It's getting better. Fam, dust starting to settle. Things are starting to fall into place. I tell you, I just don't know what to expect next. There's a funny thing about the 49ers now. They're so full of surprises. I was just going over one thing after another. As I say, the dust hasn't settled on the draft, though, just yet. All right, because, the UDFAs are still being looked over, but let's go ahead. But it's the fun thing about this, because we have a lot of experts. Anyway, let's examine what we have coming into town now. I'll tell you right now, man, 49ers seem to be destined to look like a juggernaut in 2019. It is looking all very clear now in comparison to the product they put on the field in 2018. We started out looking bad, and mainly that was due to injuries, because as soon as Kyle had to, he's looking at Jarek McKinnon laying on the ground writhing in pain. Kyle just pulls his playbook out and just, oh, Jesus. He starts all over again, and we look like a team that started all over again against Minnesota, too. We should have won that game. But between the free agents added immediately after the season, to the draft, and now the undrafted FAs has potentially given the team, I'm talking a complete facelift. When you consider the fact that everybody they've added, in both free agency, the draft, this team's been given a complete facelift. You know what, though? The draft, that was an exclamation point that we'll have to pencil in for now. But as all the migration of the guys coming back to the team that left last year, and the free agents we got, but we'll have to pencil them in at the end of the sentence right now until the 53-man roster is finalized and we know what we're going to be dealing with for 2019. But starting with round one, of course, second overall, Nick Bosa, defensive lineman. Joey Bosa's already came out and said, listen, tell you guys, Joey says, I know I'm a badass, but Nick may be the best guy in the family. This was said other than by Joey. This is why I can't wait to see this. I just want to see that terrorizing rush coming off the edge. As, he's going to take it up I figure Nick's going to probably take it up to the next edge, being in the NFL. Something like what Joey did, because I watched Joey at Ohio State before he went to the Chargers. He was good, but I remember that first few games, the Chargers, damn. And it even made me question after about a few weeks. I was rooting for Buck, but did we miss the boat on this one? So anyway, if Nick's going to be better, I can't wait to see this. Round two, overall, Deebo Samuel, wide receiver out of South Carolina. Fam, I want you to, as I mention these guys' names, keep in mind, what do we want to do tonight is, I want to know how they're going to fit in. I got something else I'm going to add to it in a minute. Let me just go down really quickly. Jalen Hurd, everybody's talking about Jalen Hurd, like Jalen Hurd's the next coming. They're talking about Jalen Hurd probably even more than they are Deebo Samuel. Round four. Okay, fam, we got a problem, Houston. Oh, we got a problem. Yesterday when I was sitting, because I didn't actually know who Mitch Wishnowsky was. I saw a little bit of him on the screen when they were talking. I was moving around doing a lot of things. Didn't pay a lot of attention. I actually said when they picked him up, a punter in the fourth round. I said, quote, a punter in the fourth round. I could have never been more confused. Okay, so I go to Twitter after we get through talking last night. I see this guy post up this clip of this guy named Mitch Wishnowsky, the punter, picked at number 4. I sat there and watched it about 5 or 6 times. I start tweeting out, wait. GTFOH. Did he just recover his own onside kick? Next play. Wait, whoa. He just ran a 15-yard to a first down? He was supposed to kick it. And what's this? He should have been down. He stepped out of that and kicked and still landed that ball on the 1-yard line? And did you see that ball drop dead like a dime to the ground? Wait the hell a minute here. I thought this was just a punter. That's not a punter. That's some kind of a freak from outer space. What else does he do? I said to myself, okay, and now it makes sense because I didn't know. I thought something was wrong with Belichick, too. Dax Belichick doing Russian trading up. Nobody trades up. 49ers were one thing trading down. Trading up, 49ers smelled it. No, Billy B. We got this. Mitch Wishnowsky, I tweeted him all night. He's the first guy of the people we drafted that I went and followed. I'm a huge Wishnowsky fan. So if you want to fight about that tonight, bring it. I'm telling you right now, that dude's a freak. He's going to make a difference. We could actually win the title because of his weirdness. The hell? What? You covered your own onside kick? What kind of speed does that require? Can you imagine? 30 seconds left on the clock. He does that, and not only does he recover the kick, he maybe picks up, starts running. This dude is fat. You know he runs a 4.6? A kicker runs 4.6. What is he, 200 something? I'm blown away. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Round 5, of course, you got Dre Greenlaw, linebacker from Arkansas. Lots of people upset about that because, of course, they wanted Mac Wilson. In round 6, Kaden Smith, tight end from Stanford. Nice pick there. I like that a lot. Also, the trade regarding involving the Bengals. Justin Skule, offensive tackle, Vanderbilt. A lot of people think he's nothing more than a swing tackle. May not even make it out of camp. Okay, we'll see. Also, Tim Harris, cornerback. It could be the 49ers picked up Tim Harris due to the fact that there may be some concerns about Richard Sherman's health. Now, I read that, and I says, John Lynch is still saying he had a little cleanup procedure on his Achilles, I guess, immediately after the season. He doesn't see Richard Sherman out there having a problem, though. He's out there out sprinting everybody already in the drills. So apparently Sherman wants everybody to know, look, I'm fine. All right? So, but Tim Harris is going to be there, and he's going to compete. And Tim Harris, the only reason why they say he failed around 6 is because he had some health issues. It must be pretty serious, though, if they're going to drop him down. He's getting picked up that late. We'll see. The free agent talent's rolling in from a draft that was so stacked, fam. I mean, there were so many defenders in this draft, it was ridiculous. I mean, the majority of the wide receiver class had to wait, except for Hollywood Brown and N'Keal Harry, right? Anybody else? Everybody else went to the second round because they had to. Because Razor and I were there sitting there hoping we'd have the full range of wide receivers. And really, Kyle had his eyes on Deebo probably the whole time. And nothing wrong with that, though. But they had to wait. You see all kind of first-round picks. Greedy's probably still mad. DK got abused all the way to the third round. So the trend of NFL applicable talents could be victims of this draft, which was a complete overflow from one round to another. So we may see something really special here. UDFAs could be in competition all over the NFL for that reason. Because some of those UDFAs, maybe they shouldn't even be there. They should have been picked up. The 49ers have signed Josh Rose's replacement at UCLA, Wilton Spike, to a 3-year deal, according to the tracker, which is still rolling. Also Tyree Mayfield. You know what I think I'm going to do? You know what? Let's. Let's look down through these guys. I want to get some intangibles as to why. All right, Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles, Arizona. Safety, and everybody's been crying about a safety. Why'd you pick up a punter when we need a safety? The problem is the need for a safety is within our minds, not the front office. Unless they're just bluffing and thinking, like the reporter asked him yesterday, you can administer to that position next season. You're going to do this one season at a time, which really pissed Kyle Shanahan off, as you know. Michael Lev of Arizona, Daily Star says it's going to be Flannigan-Fowles. Flannigan-Fowles recorded 243 combined tackles, 10 for a loss, 6 INTs, 3 forced fumbles in 4 seasons with the Wildcats. Defensive lineman Kevin Givens, 6'1", 283. Seems a little small, though, huh? Heavy, though. Givens just registered 33 combined tackles, 10.5 for a loss, and 5 sacks as a junior in 2018. 10. Okay, all right. And defensive back Cameron Glenn, Wake Forest. He's 6'1", 200. He fits the description that is necessary as a prerequisite to get in on this particular defense. 49ers worked out Glenn before the draft. He recorded 98 combined tackles during each of his past 2 seasons, registered 6.5 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 4 passes defended, and 2 forced fumbles last season. And then his wide receiver, Malik Henry, West Georgia, 6-footer, 175. And also tight end Tyree Mayfield. Tyree's already signed a $25,000 base Wait. 6'3", 241? He's made a $25,000 base guaranteed, $10,000 signing bonus per. This is per Aaron Wilson. Mayfield caught 21 passes for 341 yards, 16.2 yard average with 2 TDs as a senior in 2018. He did have a visit with the 49ers in April recently. Right? Guard Ross Reynolds, 6'4", 295. That means he could probably move, right? This is very important to Kyle Shanahan. You've got to be able to get out into space. You have got to pick those spots, and you have got to knock a man out. And that's what it's all about with Kyle. That's why he never gets huge guys. But this guy, 295, 6'4". Quarterback, there's the fun. Quarterback, Wilton Spade of UCLA. 6'6". I'm surprised the Giants didn't see him because or what am I saying? Elway. As soon as you get over 6'3", Elway gets all excited. 6'6", 232. Spade replaced Josh Rosen at UCLA after transferring from Michigan after the 2017 season, completing 60.6% of his passes for 1,527, with 6 touchdowns and 6 INTs. Not a good ratio, but you had to be there to see it. He did that through 7 games with the Bruins. 49ers need a 4th quarterback while Jimmy G continues to rehab. Also, see, this got me fooled. Yes, this is what threw me off yesterday. I couldn't understand why are we looking at the LS. It didn't even compute for a minute. Long snapper Chris Wilkerson. He's from Stephen F. Austin State, 6'2", 245. We need to find him another job besides long snapper. Usually long snappers a lot of times are tight ends. Maybe he can do that. 49ers did work him out before the draft after watching him participate in Rice's pro day. Rookie minicamp in Bionese, we got Aaron Wilson. Defensive lineman Hunter Snyder. There were 2 or 3 more here I want to take a real quick look at that just got in because the wire is moving. Brendan Moore from Maryland. He's 60. Another defensive lineman. Boy, John Lynch loves to bring him. He'll do this all. Offensive lineman, my bad. He's 6'3", 302. Nice size, all right. A linebacker, Ariz Al-Shar. Did I get that right? Florida Atlantic, 6'1", 234. We'll see. Defensive line, Prince. Oh, man, the African names. I love the African names. And I should be able to do those, right? By heritage. Prince Unagabu. Unagabu Pace. He's 6'5", 249. Man. It's exciting. Listen, fam, here's what I want. If you have some expertise in some of the college people, because a lot of us don't, because we focus mainly on the pros all the time. If you see anything there worth getting excited about, we all want to know. And I know this goes right down Big Show's. This is his expertise. Because Big Show don't know nothing about nothing else. See, that's where you can play with people, baby. Big Show, we know he knows I'm playing. I have all the regard in the world for Big Show's expertise as far as college players go. I'm serious when I say that, too. All right, hey, Mr. Hardy, thank you, fam. Appreciate the contribution, too. David Landrum, sweet iced tea. Me for that voice. You know what I'm saying? It's hot, though. When it hurts, you got to keep it hot. Oh, it does feel a lot better. I'll be able to holler by tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Easy the third, Ronbo. Let Jack back in the show until he apologizes. No, if Jack comes back in, you're right. The first thing we do is we say, Jack, listen, come on in here, man, and apologize for some of the things you said about the Mexican community last night. We don't do that. That's just not the way we roll. Jerry Fresh has his question is he's a super freak. He's a super freak. You talk about that kicker, man. Mitch is like got me. I'm telling you, man, Mitch is bad. That's not a punter. I thought it was a punter. And then some guy said he's got no better stats than Bradley Pinion. Dude, don't ever compare Bradley Pinion with this dude. Don't even think about it. There is no comparison. Antonio Kidd said, what up? The Niner Empire, the family. Look strong and ready to go, Niners. Yes. Jeff Tan says, this year we have Nick Bosa, D Ford, Quan Alexander, plus Jimmy G. Stars are aligning. Looks like the Big Dipper. Was that bull, Taurus? Naaman Harris says, good draft for us. Just wish we addressed the cornerback position earlier. Overall, good draft. And as I say, I think the 49ers have a lot of faith in Tavarius Moore. And I can't wait, actually, to see what Akello looks like. And this is year 3. I'm sticking to my guns on this. He looked different before he went down. He's a holder and kickoff guy, plus over 5 seconds of that. See, that's the other thing I meant to mention. Hang time. You see, when you see the defender standing there waiting, and here comes the defense just standing there. Go ahead, catch it. Dare you to catch it. And then, you see the ball drop, and that gives all the kicking team. Our guys got plenty of time to go put the ball on wherever they want to. How many times did Bradley Pinion pin any other team within the 15 and 10-yard line? You can count it. I'll bet you we see that happen in the first 3 games. The entire time Bradley Pinion made that happen. I am impressed with this guy. Omar Munoz, he says, who are the 3 best receivers next year, guys? That's what we want to get to. Who are going to be the 3 best receivers? Now, you can make that choice tonight. You make that call. This is going to be a little more complicated than it's been in the last 2 years. Gibson says, screw you guys, I'm getting a Wishnowsky. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right with you, man. I'm telling you about Wishnowsky is gonna be huge in the Bay Area. Huge. This dude is a complete stranger, man. I mean, you gotta love this guy. He is nothing like any. I have a feeling Wishnowsky, though, what he's gonna do, he's probably gonna set a new trend. People are gonna see what he can do. Agents are gonna be riding into Australia to the point that the Australians are gonna say, some kind of American invasion, man. Check the borders. If there's any more of them kind of guys in Australia, and I think there is in that particular Australian rules rugby, that can run and kick on the run, and a lot of them are really athletic, because when you're playing rugby, you don't just kick. Oh man, TJ Serapin says I'm getting a Punter jersey because he went to my hometown, which is Bali, Indonesia. All right. Debbie Ryan, opposing teams ain't going to be ready for this. Forward, Buckner, Bosa, coming full speed. And the supporting cast along with him. We don't even know what some of the rest of those guys are going to be able to do, whoever makes this team, because it's going to be tough this year. Oh, it's going to be tough this year to make this team. And we got to wrap ourselves around the fact that we may be losing some guys we've grown attached to. I'm already concerned about my boy Kendrick Bourne. It's all about the name in front. Okay, got to wrap yourself around that, fam. Hey, Leon, come on here, Leon. Hey.
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Leon, man, I'm looking at the adventures of the new 49ers and how we as a fan base have got to shift our thinking and start thinking like playoff people and contenders. I mean, this is they got this game rolling upwards. What are you thinking, Leon?
Well, it's been a minute since I called in. I wanted to wait till everything kind of settled down. The first thing I want to say is, as fans, we have to stop complaining about every little thing. Like I heard everybody last night. We've been complaining for the last, 2 years about having a big receiver. We get a big receiver. Everybody's like, oh, why did we get him? And I'm going, huh? We've been talking about this for 2 years. And now we get somebody and people are still complaining. And then when you look at Jalen Hurd, like his whole highlights, that dude's a freak, bro.
I know it. We got freaks all over the lineup now. You got Hurd, you got Pettis, even the kicker's a freak. Man, people look at that punter as a kicker. That's not a kicker, folks. That is not just a kicker. Yeah, I agree.
Bro, it's crazy. Like me and my dad were talking about this. I was saying, okay, we could just think about what we could do with a 4 receiver set. You could have Hurd on the outside on one side, Marquise on the other side on the outside. You could put who else? Have Tyrann Matthews
Don't forget
on
about
one
Pettis.
side on the Jordan Matthews. You get Pettis, and then you could put Deebo in one of the slots as well. Then you got to deal with Kittle. Like, what are they going to do? Like, you can't defend against this offense, Ronbo. You really can't. I mean, it's scary. It's totally and completely scary.
Especially when you talk about Kyle Shanahan moving the X's and O's around, and he's probably already started on his playbook right now. Now that he knows what he's going to be dealing with, look out, NFL. Look out. There's going to be showtime.
Man, Ronbo, you're not lying, man. That's just the offense. I mean, and I'll be the first to say I was on the trade Solomon Thomas train like everybody else was, but when I saw that they said they're going to move him and Armstead back to their natural positions, now what? I mean, right. I mean, they're going to move them back to the inside because they were saying that it was hard to put them there because we didn't have any edge rushers. Now that we have edge rushers, I mean, even the front seven is scary for the defense. It's like, well, the NFL's in trouble. Like, there's really no way other than to say it like that, man. It's ridiculous.
It is. I got my passing down already. Until I want to see what Katavius Street looks like. I already know what Ronnie Blair looks like. We know what Solomon. I already got D. I got DeForest, of course. I got next to him. I'm going to go ahead and put his main man, and there's going to be a certain downs we change that because I'm special rundowns, but I'm going to go ahead and put Eric Armstead next to him. That's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put the man monster next to all of that. I'm going to have Bosa coming at him the other side.
Yep.
Go ahead, guys. Do your best and try to block that line. Please. I can't wait. And you got pass rushers coming from the inside and pass rushers coming from the outside. Because like you say, these guys operate. You're going to have DeForest Buckner and his homeboy rush it from the middle, and now you got all that dynamite coming from the sides. I got Quan Alexander waiting out on the other side for some meat to eat. I got Warner hanging around over there as well. I'm still concerned about what we're doing at the Sam, but it doesn't really matter. It's only going to be in a base package. That defense is lit, ain't it? And rotation, ain't nobody going to be tired. You talk about all gas, no brakes. Ooh, throw the brakes out. I mean, throw them away.
Man, bro, it's ridiculous, man. I'm just sitting there thinking about it, and I'm going, the Rams are going to have to keep Goff on his feet. Like, because I was looking at your boy Nate Burleson as usual. What is he going to say now? Because all he has is negative stuff to say. Like, once our defense starts sacking everybody, what's he going to say? Like,
Nate's going to shut up. He's going to tell the truth, and we're going to be able to see on his face that he's not happy, and we'll be delighted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You already just did. We gave the stacked defense front seven. We just saw what the offense is going to be absolutely. I mean, you remember the show? There was a team called the Showtime Lakers way back when. You know, the 49ers could adopt that name. It could be the Showtime 49ers. With the stunts they're going to pull. Leon, we didn't even mention Juice in this situation.
Nope.
And there's another option. If this tight end from Stanford or Selleck is on the field, I mean, I may have too many players now, but you've also got the factor behind Jimmy with Tevin Coleman and Jerick McKinnon. There is Jimmy G, as quick as he wants to think, it may take the machine maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get fully functional because that's a lot to get down against hostile opponents, but it's going to be amazing to watch that once it hits third gear and up.
Oh yeah, Ronbo. I mean, now it's funny that you said it may take a couple of weeks, right? Maybe 2-3 weeks. Well, that's good because we have to bye the 4th week, so that'll give us a week to just practice
and look back at any mistakes that were made and polish.
Right.
And then when the Browns come into town, clown them.
Exactly.
Leon, you know what? Because as 49er fans, a lot of people like to think, they look at the other team, they think they're better than us, they think the other team's better than us. They can't say that this year. I don't think so. So
I don't believe
ain't
so,
no need to being scared of nobody. Hey, Leon,
all we got to do is pray for health. That's it. Just stay healthy. That's
the bottom line. All right?
Yep.
Leon, great to talk to you, fam. Get on back here. We'll be back. Hey, tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. We'll be doing that, man. Look for you then, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do, man.
Appreciate you too, fam. Thanks a lot.
All right. No problem.
Oh, man. I can't wait till this season gets underway. Kodak Sniper Gang, it's my nephew's birthday. He turns 5 and he's a big Niner fan. Birthday shout. Hey, Kodak Sniper Gang, what's his name, though? Get back to me, give me his name, because otherwise I don't know who I'm going to be singing to. Joe Cool says, hey, can I get a shout out? Joe Cool. Paul Salve, love the Deebo pick, built like Anquan. tough, good hands, but faster, and hates to be pulled down. Kyle loves his tough guys, man. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see him in action. Yosef El Baby says we got to see this dude in action in the NFL because the last Australian football player we drafted was a bust. Did we draft? Are you talking about? You know, his name slips me. You talking about Jared Hayne? Did we draft Hayne or did we just pick him up as a free agent? Hayne probably wasn't much as a bust as he was having problems grasping the playbook. All right. Anyway, and then Danny, the loose cannon, Delgado. It's simple. Pettis, Deebo, Goodwin, then Taylor. Hey, let me look at this. Pettis, Deebo, Goodwin, then Taylor, and Hurd. That's only one of. You got 6 guys you can rotate. I wonder. I can't wait to see how Kyle works this one out. Kyle likes having too much talent, though. This way, you know, when you haven't got enough talent, you have to use Band-Aids to patch everything up. In this case, you don't. Kodak Sniper Gang. Oh, his name's Matthew. All right. I'll jump on that right now. Me. Me. Okay, if it cracks, it's only because it ain't healed up yet. Happy 90th birthday, Matthew. Happy new Niner, young as he can be, Matthew. Happy Niners! Don't want to overdo it. Birthday, Matthew. It's getting stronger, though, fast. All right. Hey, where we here? Of course. All right, we get that. Where are they? All right. Oh, this is the consigliere. Hey. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Hey, show, man. It's getting back in the tune, man. I'm starting to be able to do that. I'll be back soon. Big show. Come on in here, man. I'm glad you got here. It's JJ. Show, did you tell JJ upon your arrival to make sure to give you your intro? Big show. Enlighten me about some of these UDFAs, man. Come on in. Oh, did we lose Big Show? Big Show. Big Show. Big Show. Somebody, I saw somebody wanted the return of Trent Baalke. I can do that all year. Now that we have, because you know about Nick's family background, right? Who's that? Is that Felix? Hey, Felix!
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, Felix doing better, man. You know, as soon as the throat gets better, I'm not happy unless I'm hollering and screaming. And yesterday I had to shut the heck up because it was going to hurt the throat. I mean, the throat was just raggedy, man. But today it's starting to feel a little better, you know what I'm saying? But Felix, this is not time for me to holler. Look at some of the things we've done. And Felix, what's the impact some of these players are going to have on this team? Felix, you have got to keep some people. And Felix, give me some odds on who stays and who goes, too. That'd be interesting, too. I mean, you get your personal opinion on that.
I still think that they'll trade Armstead. I think they'll trade Armstead, and I think they'll trade Solomon Thomas eventually this year. And
hey, when will they do that? Maybe after a preseason game, maybe?
Because
people are going to see what they look like.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that they didn't get anything secondary, but I feel like that this is a make or break year for Lynch because we have like 10 first-round picks on the front line, so something's gonna have to give. You know what I'm saying? With Thomas, you have D4. So I think our defense is really going to be an improvement. I really do. I mean, it can't do nothing but get better. as far as our defense.
It already, if everybody shows up, it already did get better.
I'm still wary about Joey Bosa though because of his injury history, and I'm not sold on that at all.
A lot of people, most people aren't.
But like I say, man, look who you have. You got Ford and you got Buckner, so they may help out a little bit as far as his growth. But I'm just not really sold on him. I still think they should have taken Josh Allen. Just the simple fact is, he jumps out on you on the screen. But overall, it was a pretty good draft. I do like the Deebo Samuel pick, and for some reason, Shanahan liked Georgia Southern players. Have you noticed that? Because we got McKinnon and we got Breida. Those are Georgia Southern players. We drafted somebody else from Georgia Southern. So he likes Georgia Southern players. McKinnon and somebody else we drafted from Georgia Southern, undrafted free agent. So I think this year is going to, because did you notice that there was a wealth of talent on defense? The defensive line, the linebackers. There really was no dynamic offensive player, like a receiver. They didn't come until the second round. This year was so deep as far as defensive players or whatever. If you had to wait until the second round to get somebody in defense, because it was just so much wealth. And it's just amazing how every year the draft is different. Remember last year was about the quarterbacks and that year.
And year before, every year except for this one. Within the last 4 years, there was quarterbacks to be traded up for because everybody was hustling up to the top to get a quarterback. This year, people waited. They picked up, what's his name, in the second round. One of the better quarterbacks. Drew
Lock and Will Greer. And but why would the Giants draft Daniel Jones? Why would they do that? Why would they draft him instead of drafting Haskins?
They're getting hit right and left with that question. You guys went back.
They should.
Yeah. They say he reminds them of Eli. Eli Manning, Eli's the coolest dude in the world, right, Felix? Eli throws a touchdown, his expression stays the same. Eli throws an INT, his expression never changes. Eli the Giants like him because he remains composed. When really there's something wrong with Eli. Eli, man, you don't get excited about your TDs. You never throw your hands up and express no kind of emotion. You throw an INT, you act like, well, if he'd ran his route right, it probably would have been better off.
But I am glad this year that our quarterback, his situation is settled. That's something we don't have to deal with for a while. But I do like what they did as far as in the draft. And you know what? You build your team within the draft, but you have to put some veterans. And I do like that trade for D4 and Qual Alexander. I think him and Warren is going to be something special. That's going to be I think our defense is, and I think up front is going to really help out our secondary. Because we can't get no pass. If we can't get no pass rush,
about it. No doubt.
We can't get no pass rush up front, then. So, but
secondary's
like I said, overall, and I do like the guy Jalen Hurd. I do like him. I think a lot of people were sleeping on him. I do like him, his skills. Anytime you can convert him to a running back to a receiver, you got skills. You got skills. I'm sorry. So, I'm pretty satisfied as far as with the draft. I just kind of wish they would have picked Josh Allen and something else too, like the tweets that he sent out. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with it.
I think that's the biggest thing. But you know what? He did come in. We all got to understand. As I say, I grew up with these kind of guys. Here's the thing: America's 1%. Of which I knew a lot of guys in high school. You have to know the kind of circles they travel in and the crowd. Whereas most of the kids that are mavericks in their families and they go out and they hang out with black people and things like that, do you know they probably don't adopt some of the things they hear around them, but their circle of friends and some of them, those are some of the biggest bigots and racists in the world. But maybe a kid like Nick or some others, there's nothing you can do about what they're saying to you. He has social media like everybody else, and Nick could start campaigning, say, "You guys, that ain't right," or something. But what does that do to him? That alienates him. That alienates him to the point where he has now put himself out of two worlds. So you know what? There are a lot of things I don't think Nick agreed with, but like he said in his presser, yeah, this is good for me. I think I can grow as a person here and that type of thing. I do. I will stand behind him. He is not a racist. I could tell. I've been around that guy, as I say, all my life. I know he's not as bad as people think. We're going to find out more about that. He'll probably express that in different ways throughout the time he's with us.
Like I say, time will tell. And brother, if you are a racist, just remember who your teammates are. Cause, it's a lot of, and I'm quite sure he'll be questioning about that, or somebody will have a conversation with him about that. But that kind of put a bad. It kind of has put a bad taste in my mouth. And I guess the comments were, I deleted just in case I got drafted by the 49ers. So let's say the 49ers won the lottery pick. What would you do?
Felix, that's going to be a long conversation. We're going to have to get back to the phone. We got a lot of phone callers. But listen, as I say, try not to prejudge it because this is something we fought for 300 years. Give him a shot. Yeah. Don't assume from those tweets that this is a racist. This is all I'm saying. Give it a minute. All right. Let's get back to this a little later. And Felix, have a good night, huh?
All right, you too. All right.
All right, Phil.
All right.
All right. Let's, all right. Is Big Show ready now? Hey! Big Show! I already gave you your intro. Wait. I got to do it again, though. Is Big Show, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Did you try to get me earlier or something? Or?
Yeah, I was. And I already gave you your intro. Hold on a second. Let me get, I got to do it right. Well... it's a big show. It's a big show on it. You know how I love to do that. Big Show, as I was saying earlier, the throats feel better. As I was saying before you came in, I said, this is the guy you want to talk to. Big Show is the guy who knows all there is to know about the collegiate stars. See, Show, I may mess with you, but I have respect for your knowledge as far as college players go. You are the shiznit.
I appreciate that.
Show!
It's just unfortunate that there are other people on here that don't express the same lingo.
I know, you're right. You can't tear Show down without giving him some props when he's on target, okay? I beat him up as much as possible, too.
That's like I said, that's fuel to my fire, and I thrive on that. And anyway, I have a bone to pick with some people. I went and rewatched your show yesterday. I have a bone to pick with some people on here who have been crying and complaining that we picked a punter up in the 4th round. Okay, you guys got what you wanted and what you have been crying for the longest time in the 1st round. And you're the same ones who said that, I don't care what they do in the later rounds. When it comes to the rest of the draft, just give me that pass rusher and I'll be fine. And you're here crying and complaining that we picked up a punter in the 4th round. Come on, people.
Deebo's getting
just an FYI. Just an FYI, we didn't have a punter on our roster. We lost Bradley Pinning in free agency. So that was a need, believe it or not. And if you don't know how the draft works, rounds 4 through 7 are basically bench warmers. They're either bench warmers or they're most likely not going to make the team if there's way too many spots that are already filled. And it's very rare and very, very hard to make someone lose their job that's decent. You know what I mean? It's a lot like the linebackers and safeties you guys were all interested were going to outbeat Marcel Harris or Crosby Tart, or linebackers like Mac Wilson, who was dealing with injuries, is going to beat Fred Warner or Quan Alexander, or even Malcolm Smith didn't have a really good year last year, and we're paying him a lot of money. Okay, so these guys weren't going to outbeat any of those guys. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
A punter was in need, yeah. So, I mean, the draft 4 through 7 rounds don't really even matter, pretty much. It's rare you find a gem in the woods like that. You know what I mean?
And we've done it a couple of times. I mean, who saw George Kittle?
Nobody did. Nobody did.
See, it's one of those things, but that's not a normal thing, and I know what you're saying. That doesn't happen every year.
Yeah. And as far as the free agents that we picked up, Ronbo, the one I'm most excited about is Brian Reynolds, the guard from Iowa. He was part of that offensive line that made Noah Font and T.J. Hawkinson into first-round picks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a really high grade on pass blocking, then I need to read more about him. I don't know anything really about him too much because I want to know if he's a great pass blocker, because that is what we were severely lacking on our offensive line, was pass blocking. And if he is a guard who can open up lanes for our receivers, then that's probably I'm already excited.
He's got the he's got the size. He's not huge, but he can move. At 295 and his height, he can get out in space and probably kind of quickly.
And I posted a little clip of him to you on Twitter actually a while ago. And
right, I saw that. I was zooming through the tweets.
Nasty.
All right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Nasty.
He's the nasty guy. I like nasty.
Yeah, that Richie Incognito that you're looking for. So I wouldn't be surprised if he turns out to be a Richie Incognito minus the head issues.
Because I wanted McGovern. McGovern's nasty too. I mean, I like guys who
when I
shove
both
guys.
Wanted McGovern. I had McGovern on my mock draft too.
Yeah,
and you had him on yours as well.
Crushed me when they took him.
But he fell to Dallas, so
they need more offensive line.
I'm designating the Cowboys a new name, the Brokeback Cowboys. They're going to be known as. From now on, that's a shout out to you, Texas boy, in the chat, by the way. The Brokeback Cowboys are the new designated name the 49ers have.
How is he always in
here?
God.
But yeah. Anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to chime in tonight about.
Hey, good time too, Joe.
Stop complaining we drafted a punter in the fourth round, okay? Come on.
And he's not just a punter, Joe. This dude has got some mad skills. I can't wait to see what Kyle's going to do with him. And the first time that he runs down the field after faking a punt or running out of the pocket and kicking on the run, I tell you, that's when he becomes a fan favorite. This guy is not normal. Nowhere is he normal. And putting that ball in hang time, show the hang time is just stupid. I can't wait to see this. All right, Joe.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to everyone. Y'all have a good night. All right,
you too, fam. All right. All right. Oh. and there's somebody from the UK. As if we didn't know. It must be Jack. All right, Jack, go ahead in. Jack, is that you? Or you are from the UK, whomever's on the phone. Hello. Maybe it's not Jack because
hello. Hi.
Oh, it's not Jack.
Hello.
Hey, what is your name?
This is Tom Savage speaking on behalf of Jack. We'd like to make a statement really fast, really quick and brief about small, very minor altercation that happened last night. Really quick and briefly, Jack, if he did offend anybody that is that sensitive to the matter, he would like to apologize on behalf of every 49er fan and in the UK and send his condolences. But on the flip side, he would also like to say that if anything, he was actually complimenting the Mexicans, who he grew up with in Northern California, by the way, and said that you can get anybody from Mexico to do that job. But moving on, Mel Kiper Jr. also felt that, I'll let him speak for himself.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Because that is not the way you clean that up. But okay, we'll wait till he speaks for himself. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Jack is back, and listen, everybody, come on now. Let's not get too sensitive. All the comedians around the world, the way they break stuff down, you cannot be that sensitive. And I hate the fact that, you guys always come at me when somebody jumped into my conversation, which I'm entitled to speak about John Lynch. Maybe I was beside myself a little bit because the fact that he went for a punter, and it really irritated me at the time in the fourth round when he got the punter. Maybe, and you know what, listening to Ronbo, reading a couple things, watching a couple videos, maybe this punter might turn out to be something like, when he ran for that first down or whatever, something that, might be very beneficial to us. So, maybe I was beside myself a little bit like that, but, throwing the race card, I know the world is getting a little sensitive and stuff like that, but come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I grew up around all multicultural
Jack, just
people.
humor
That is
me
totally
for a
not
moment.
the case.
Jack, just humor me for a moment. Though.
I am around.
The thing I don't want anyone to do is come in because, Jack, I'll be held responsible if you're not going to be responsible. Jack, if you know it's a sensitive subject, don't go there. That's all I'm asking. Just leave it alone. Don't do it. Avoid it.
Okay.
This is the kind of thing that Bosa's getting nailed for, and that's what I'm saying. If he's not going to be allowed to get away with it, nobody is. Let's just not do that.
Okay.
And
thanks. Bosa apologized, and I'll put my hand up if I did offend anybody.
Okay.
And
you
they are
did
that
because
sensitive to the matter. I will apologize like Bosa. But going back to Bosa as well, come on, man. I mean, the guy can't be himself, tweet something. I mean, everybody got to bring up this race. You know what I'm saying? He's a white guy. I'm surrounded by white people in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I get judged every day, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, I smile. The best thing you could do if somebody's racist around you is just smile. It pisses them off so much. They don't know how to react.
Right.
They keep smiling and keep feeling good. But moving on
Jack, get to football because we're going to run out of time. All right.
Mel Kiper Jr. felt the same way, but, I'm really happy, to tell you the truth. I feel great about this draft this offseason. I mean, we are in a way better position, including the people that are coming back from injury than we were a few months ago. So, I'm extremely excited and happy. And you know what? The punter's on the team now. He's part of the squad. He's part of the family. Hey, let's get it, baby. All right?
All right.
Much love to everybody. It's your boy, Jack. And I love all of you guys, but I hate you guys at the same time. And I'm going to continue to be Jack. All right.
It's okay. You can continue to be Jack, but you don't have to be belligerent and rude, Jack. That's all I'm saying. Because you know what? When you get a little juice in you, I think you go outside of yourself. And just because I told everybody after you left yesterday, he's really not that vicious. When he's not feeling himself, he's a lot nice guy. Jack used to be one of the most cheerful, upbeat, positive guys in the world when you first came in until you met one dude one night. And ever since then, you've been like a little bit of a hair trigger. I just want you to hit the brake on that a little bit, walk it back a little bit, and be that Jack. You should be the great guy, okay? Because these fights are unnecessary, man.
You know what it is? Blame Colin Kaepernick also from the 209. You know what I'm saying? He made that stand, and it just lit a fire under me. So, let's get back into positivity because this is going to be one hell of a season. I cannot wait. And, man, just stay tuned because I'm just so excited, okay? The excited Jack that you first heard of is back, all right? Love you guys.
Good news.
And, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what the next caller says now, huh? How bad Jack is. Huh?
Jack, okay. You cleaned it up some. I'm okay. All right. Thanks, Jack. And we'll see you Monday Night Raw coming up, all right?
Okay, baby. Love y'all.
Hey, love you back, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, see, fam, there are people in this world that are very opinionated, and sometimes they don't realize when they're stepping on people's toes, and this is not the way you're gonna get away in this planet. All right. Hey, Dre, come on in, Dre.
Bruh. Hey, man, what's going on? Bruh, man.
Dre,
look,
I'm here being the psychiatrist, the referee, the football.
Man, look.
Mainly, all I want to do is talk football, you know what I'm saying? And then these things come up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, bro, when you come in belligerently drunk out of your mind and calling people bitches and saying people broke and then making highly offensive comments and then saying people is too sensitive, bruh, man, everybody is different, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, people do have sensitivity, especially when it comes to race. You know what I mean? And I would have rather not even heard that apology. That wasn't no apology. You was just trying to justify who you really are.
Jack.
Yeah. So just go ahead and be who you are, bruh. Maybe seek out some help about your about whatever you do in your personal time, bro, because it clearly affects your character, bro. One time you Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, bro. I heard sometimes the dude was cool, and then most of the time lately, every time you come on, man, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like you're a little bit too deep in the paint in that whiskey bottle, man. So I don't know you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're gonna keep it moving on.
Right.
Hey, bro. It's so basically, you know what to expect from Bosa. You know what to expect from Deebo. The two guys that I'm most excited to see what comes from them is Jalen Hurd and Harris, the corner, the 6'2", 197-pound cornerback from Virginia. I've been watching film on these guys all day. Particularly the games where they played against big teams, not small teams. We ain't gonna watch no Alabama State. I'm talking about the Alabamas, the Texas A&Ms, the Mississippi States, the Ole Misses,
SEC.
Hey man, I think we got a gem in Tim Harris, man. He's gonna be a good cornerback, man. This guy is physical. He can run with the best of them. And and when he turns and sinks his head whips right around his shoulder. You know what I mean? And like I said, he gave Deebo some problems. You know what I mean? So
I gotta see this thing.
Man, I'm really excited. I think I'm more excited about Jalen Hurd than I am Deebo because, you already know what to expect from Deebo. You know what I mean?
It's a good point.
I'm just excited to see.
You know what Deebo's going to do. What is?
You know what he's going to do.
Yeah, Hurd's going to lend to the game because some guys, some guys go to the NFL and their game actually translates to the NFL maybe better than the next guy. Because you look at George Kittle.
Right.
Who knew that he was a better pro than he was a collegiate? That happens a lot. But you're right. This could be the case.
Yeah, and also just to know that this guy played running back through high school all the way up through college. That means that
he can run with the ball.
He knows how to he knows how to take contact, and he's a tough guy. So Jalen ain't gonna be one of those guys who takes a hit and he's out for 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I mean? He's gonna be one of those guys that fights through injury, that knows how to position his body, that knows how to that knows how to lower his shoulder or run some people over, man. Because I've seen him play. I've seen him play against Texas and against A&M, man, where a guy missed a tackle. It was a shoestring tackle. He missed a tackle. Jalen Hurd shook one guy, ran 2 more guys over, scored a touchdown.
I like that kind of toughness. And like you say, he's been a running back before, so he knows how to brutalize people. He needs to put on a little size, though. Yeah, I want to put on about 10 pounds before the season starts.
6'5", 230, though, bro.
Is he 230?
226. Yeah, he was 226. You know what I mean? So by the time season comes around, I guarantee you he'll be about 230, 233, 235.
Yeah, because the thing is, Dre, he can handle that weight. With that height, he could carry that size with no problem.
Right.
240,
right. I just don't want him to gain too much weight,
to lose speed,
and not be as nimble as he is, and lose a little bit of that 40 time. I want to keep all of that speed on him. So I would much rather him lean up. I would much rather him lean up and be, just be a monster of muscle instead of, gain 10 or 15 pounds of bulk.
It's got to be put on right.
Second or a 0.2. Right. Put it on the correct way. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch did a very good job of, firing all of those guys that were in our training facility, man, and getting a whole new team. And I know in the facility right now, bro, I just wonder how good of a feeling it is. Like even though we had a 4-12 team last year, our locker room and our team, it just seems like those guys had fun and man, that's a real team in there, bro. Yeah. Just imagine of how those guys feel right now, saying, man, we got some weapons coming in here, boy. I know everybody is on the right page right now, bro. Besides for Robbie Gold, but we ain't even gonna go there. You know what I mean?
I know
Just shut up and kick.
As a matter of fact, until you mentioned his name, I was feeling really. Robbie's scaring people. Hey, that's the question, Dre. Maybe Mitch Wishnowsky, maybe he could kick field goals. The dude is a complete freak anyway. I don't want him out there. It's too much work. But still.
Hey, man, Robbie Gold, I think what is he, man, like 257 for 262, man, over the last 2 years, man. That's just hard to replace, bro.
I agree.
That's hard to replace, bro. I just want Wishnowsky to come in and be a punter, man. And hopefully, you know what? Hopefully what happens is we go in and we go, 11-5 or 12-4. We go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. I mean, you never know. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking 10 and 6, but if we just think about it, if we have a great season to where it's like, damn, remember how the Jags came out of nowhere and you know what I'm saying, that they only lost 4 or 5 games that season? Well, we smacked them and put up 40 against them. But you remember how the Jags came out that year and they was up against the Patriots 24 to 10, and then they end up losing. Robbie might change his mind.
Dre, they had an 11 sack. They had 2 double-digit sack games. I want to see that coming out of these games. We got the potential. Dre, we got to wrap it up, though. Yeah. We're out of time. Tell you what, man, we'll be back tomorrow looking for you.
Shout out to the TNT and the Niner. Yeah, man, I'm going to be here, bro. Shout out to the TNT and the Niner fam. Shout out to everybody who helps Ronbo behind the scenes that we don't see make the show take place. And shout out to the Niner Empire. Peace out. I'm out.
Thanks,
love you, Ronbo. Peace out, bro.
Hey, love you back, fam.
All right,
talk to you later.
All right, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this. You really can't replace Robbie. But you know what? Here's what I'm trying to prepare myself for. And no matter how much you try to prepare yourself, it's not going to happen, right? It's sitting there like you got this girlfriend that's like dynamite. And she's leaning to say, I got to stop. We got to break up, right? And so you have that other girl that you know for a fact you can go over and be her boyfriend, but you don't want to go be her boyfriend. You want to hold on to this one. That's why I'm saying, Robbie, Jesus, would you stop this? Dre just brought up some stats that really make me crazy. Gold does not miss. Every now and then he misses. What do you get, 1 or 2 misses in the last 2 years? Hey, Linwood.
What's up, Ryan? Believe that?
Linwood, man.
We're looking at 49ers Empire looking easy.
Yeah, we're looking at what we got, sorting over it, spreading it out, looking at where we're going to move this. Linwood, you know what nobody's done so far, though? I'm wondering who is going to be the sacrificial lamb that falls over the edge of all this prosperity. Because, you look at what we got now, and some of the players we may have attached to before they left, or what we have right now before the 93-man roster, which, by the way, is going to be stacked with talents. And some of them we're going to get attached to, and Kyle's going to say they got to go. 53, man. They got to expand the size of every team. I think they should bring it up to 60 at least. Injuries.
And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that we're at that stage. It's a blessing. Absolutely, that we're at that stage. And I'm hats off to real quick to all the Niner Empire that selected Bosa and the few that selected Deebo Samuel. Hats off to y'all. Hope they work out to be
can we go ahead and take a
stars that we want them to. Yeah. None of my picks came through. I'll be the first one. None of my picks happens. But hey,
it's okay. You know what? We're all Niner fans.
I'm a diehard, and I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm super intrigued.
Yeah.
So after Bosa and then Deebo, some people selected. Other than that, I don't think anybody seen what was going to happen come the third round. And Hurd, especially, out of nowhere, I can just imagine him on short and goal, running across the formation for a handoff.
Mm-hmm. Get that?
For a touchdown.
Yeah. In fact, don't run a jet sweep because everybody can see that coming. You're right. Kyle can do a number of things with him. Wow.
Exactly. And then running across the formation, they fake the handoff, and Jimmy G rolls back to his left and hits Kittle over the middle. I'm just saying. It's just the options, dude. I was like, all the scenarios just ran through my head, and all these great wide receivers we got. Deebo.
And look who you got orchestrated. You look at Jimmy G, who's all Hollywood on that field. And there's no window. The Jimmy G's not ashamed to throw into any window. It could be smaller than a football. Yep. G will fly that thing through there and run his wrist. Exactly. I like that cowboy slinging attitude, too. Boy.
Exactly.
Coming at He'll get picked off every now and then, though.
Oh, of course. When that's any quarterback.
Any quarterback that's good.
Quick bang, bang. And all these guys have running back potential. Coming out of the backfield, they all have kickoff potential, and it's like, wow, dude. It's like next man up on every single play, and the defense is scrambling, special teams are scrambling. It's going to be scary, man. It's just going to be scary.
What do you think about Wishnowsky?
I think it was the greatest fourth down pick in the history of freaking football.
I didn't. You didn't. You know what's so funny? I didn't find out that others were also, because I think the folks that were like really pissed.
I focused on his teammate. Because Robbie Gold stuff. But I didn't really focus on him, and I was like, this guy's a superstar too. And then when you go in and look at everything he does, he's from Australia, and he's rough and tumble. He's big.
And
it's
huge.
like, wow, he can run the ball. He's smart. Exactly, he's fast. He can kick it on the run. I mean, he can scramble out there. And
they learn
like, I can either run it or I can punt it.
It's normal.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So he's out there really playing Australian rules rugby, and at the same time playing NFL. After you get through, I'm going to share a story about him that's going to make people enlighten them even further. But go ahead.
Yeah. He's the first freelance punter I've ever seen in my life.
I know. That's a good way to put it. Freelance punter.
Oh. Yeah. So share and enlighten the 49er Empire, Ronbo, because I watched a lot of footage after watching the draft, and I was impressed.
Hey, it was like, it's just Razors. It was just too much fun. But yeah, the draft is always an adventure, man, from beginning to end. And we got to see what other teams were doing too, and that was pretty funny, especially Oakland and the Rams, who kept trading down. Oakland and LA just kept thinking, we don't need. It's like they were freaking everybody out. We don't need any of those top draft picks. We'll build our team from the middle of the draft. We just need to trade down to get more of those middle round picks.
Yeah, because they didn't have the money.
Yeah, basically
they couldn't afford anything. And my favorite pick, I was laughing in tears. But they were crying, but I was laughing in tears.
I know.
Seattle Seahawks and DK Metcalf. Dude, I was crying in tears, dude. I thought that was so funny. I was like, you think he's gonna run down the field on us?
I tell you, man,
and be the next. Yeah.
Now, DK, I'm a huge DK fan. I wish him well. I'm concerned with DK's inability to switch direction, which is what the scouts were saying. He's good. Yeah. If you run him on the fly route, you can run him all day long. But if he has to go down and run a route, switch direction, defensive backs in the NFL are not going to have any trouble covering him. So as soon as I thought that, Richard Sherman's probably waiting on him, not to even mention Jason Verrett. Those guys have no problem flipping the hips.
Jason Verrett,
if DK's going to run
we got 4.3 speed on the corners for sure.
Yeah, and the thing is, if he's going to run straight down the field, then everybody thinks Jimmy Ward can't handle it. If all you got to do is run straight down the field, Jimmy Ward will have no problem with that. I worry about Jimmy running into that truck, but that's it. As far as losing him, the 49ers will see the ball. While all that's happening, Rusty Wilson is going down by that grade AA frontline defense.
Yeah, that's going to be monsters. That sets the tone for the defense, and that's why they weren't so concerned about trying to go in and try and draft any corners or safeties.
And it showed the fact
that they believed. Yeah, that showed a lot to me that they really, really, really strongly believe that they have the people back there they need, because the front defensive line was that bad that only DeForest Buckner and Armstead were getting it done. Armstead, and I don't know why I brought somebody hard on Armstead. Armstead is a monster. I would hate to lose him.
He was the number 2 statistically rated defensive line we had, but we're still trading him, according to a lot of people. But that's okay. Let's see what happens.
I wouldn't want to trade him.
Yeah, he'd play spot. He's too expensive to trade, probably. Anyway, hey, Linwood, let me go ahead and see you tomorrow, fam. And appreciate you getting in here tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By all means. And thank you for having me, sir.
Hey, it's always a pleasure.
Good night to the Niner Empire. Hit those likes. Don't forget those likes. Greatest show on turf. It's the new 49er Empire and Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, Linwood. I'll talk to you later, fam. Jason Graham.
Night, fam.
Oh, yeah, fam. Jason Graham, let me apologize. You're right. I was taught this when Hayne was here, but we had a huge Aussie contingent over on Facebook. We had all over YouTube. Not rugby, its own code. Okay, so Australia has its own code and rules. Sorry, truly sorry. I forgot. I haven't talked to the Aussie buddies in a long time. All right. Anyway, let's go. Hey. Oh. It's Jersey Joe. Joe, come on in, JJ.
What? Ronbo, why you gotta bring me in like that? What, you don't want to hear from me?
I always want to hear from you, man. I just got a kick out of your timing. When Big Show comes on, your timing's always uncanny. It's almost perfect.
Yeah.
Before Show speaks,
I want to address a rumor going around about me. Like,
a rumor about you?
I don't know where that horn's coming from. I mean,
You talking about your aunt?
No, my rumor. I wanted to apologize about that, bro. I really did feel bad after that.
Hey, you should. I bit that hook, sinker and all, swallowed, man. And then I went to the comments, man. People are laying on the floor on the comments. I said, I read it back. I said, JJ got me. His Aunt E.
I love you, Sam. I'm sorry, bro. I really am.
No, that's good. I mean, I have to applaud. That was slick. Okay, all right, you got me.
I didn't think you don't read it. Anyways, Rob, man, again, sorry about that, but man, I have not stopped laughing at your video when we picked up Bosa. That is by far that is better than all your touchdown celebrations combined. We have it in the Nighthawk fan club. We have just a little. Like a 20-second bit. I mean, I was the same way. I scared the wife and everything. I was jumping up. Oh, man, I was going crazy.
Hey, Jersey, I can tell you, I can admit to something now. As much as I was talking smack, I was a little worried that it was not going to be Bosa, actually. So when we did get him, of course, I lost it. That boy can play. People got to realize he comes from a long line of people that do what they do. This is what the Bosas do. This is what they do. That's why I says if this is going to be the best one, and it should be. Joey's already said he's going to probably be the best one. You're coming down a lot. Their father was a first-round draft pick, killing people. Joey came in and did a job with San Diego. Is Nick going to be a level above? Good Lord. Of course I want to see what that looks like. Oh, man.
They're saying that they're the second family to have all first-round picks right next to the Mannings.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see it. Again, I think you pointed out yesterday, our entire front line is first round.
It is. At
Oh
certain points,
my
it's
God.
all first-round picks. D. Ford, DeForest Buckner. If Armstead's playing or Thomas is playing, it's not going to matter. Both of them are first-round picks. And then you got Nick out the other side. That's 4 first-round picks, and most of them know exactly what to do.
13-3, because we got Nicky B.
Now we got too many ways to rhyme that now with that 13-3.
I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna say 19-0 because we got Garoppolo.
And as soon as we walk out on the field, 14-2. Who the hell are you? You know, that's what I was. Oh God! It's gonna be talking a lot of bravado between now and the end of the season. I'm telling you right now, JJ.
I'm telling you, Sam, if we win a Super Bowl, I'm going to cry.
Oh.
I'm going to run up and down my damn block with that Niner flag. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but...
If we win an NFC...
And everybody, Sam...
NFC...
As far as the draft... What are you talking about?
No, I was just going to say, if we win the NFC, I may have to be watching the game from the hospital, man, because I know I'm overreact.
Well, I'm not going to take... Well, I wouldn't go that far just because the last time I was really upset. I was extremely excited. Oh, my God, we're going to the Super Bowl first time in 20-something years. And then we go and lose it. Oh,
but look how we lost it. We actually were in that.
Again,
Not like the Rams who got blown off the field. We were in that game and should have won it. God.
I tell my in-laws that all the time. Hey, Montana has more MVPs in the Super Bowl than you guys score points? No, not MVPs, but he has more Super Bowl wins than you have
points.
He's like, at least we made it. You weren't.
That's weak. That is so weak. At least we made it. And embarrassing. That's nasty. I would rather not make it than go in there and make a clown of myself like that. God.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to address everybody in the fans. Don't worry about the draft, you guys. I mean, we got the number one defense. Well,
number one defense play most of us wanted. That's mainly what we needed. And we don't forget who our coach is. Guys, man, we're going to be okay. I know there's some holes that we need to fix, but the main ones are addressed.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you know what? We'll better
see
see the holes, though, Jersey. I don't know how many holes we have, but some of the holes that are being pre-seen, I think.
I'm not
wait a
crazy
minute.
about safety.
Yeah. I want to see if they really as bad as some people expect them to be. I'm recruiting members for the J-Dub bunch. So, I'm still waiting to see.
No, don't ask me, Ronbo.
I know better than ask you, James. I think I saw you say something on the chat about that already.
Jimmy, oh, yeah, I told you. His new jersey's out, the new hospital gown, number 20. It's out there.
God. Oh, Jersey. Oh, that's just mean. They've got hospital gowns with 20 on it? Oh, my God. Well, please tell me it has, the back is sewn shut, though, right?
I think so.
JJ, we got to go, though, fam. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, Monday Night Raw.
Yes, I just wanted to put it out there. You guys, don't worry. We're going to go out there. We're going to hand it to the Rams, beat the ass both times. We're going to go in the NFC Championship, and then we're going to go to Super Bowl 54, and then hand it to Tom Brady, and that's the bottom line.
Because Jersey said so. JJ!
Later, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
Later.
Oh, God. This is why this time of year is so much fun, because we're not after suffering any pain after a Sunday of misery that may have went wrong. And who had more of those than us? The Cardinals. Raiders had the same amount. And the Jets. After that, everybody else in the league enjoyed at least 5 or 6 games. God. And hey, Kenny!
What's up, Ronbo?
Kenny, I just sitting back here, man, looking at all the players we got now, man. Kenny, is anybody standing out in your mind now as having been the field goal that won the draft? Or is there anybody that you just really hate that we got? Any UDFAs that you've seen coming in that you really appreciate and you want to amplify on? And Kenny, who's going to get booted, man? Because we got a lot of people here to sift through. Is there anybody that stands out in your mind that's going to endure this incredible amount of competition?
Oh man, I'm excited about our punter.
Three of us.
I'll tell you what.
You, me. Okay. There's a few too. There's a few others too.
You got to understand though. He played rugby, so he's been in some contact. So also, he's going to be the placeholder for Robbie Gould. So when it comes down to it, we're on the 4th and what?
I know where you're going. Go ahead. I just realized something from what you just said. Go ahead, though. Go ahead, finish. I think you're going to say the same thing.
We're on the 4th and 1, right?
Yeah.
And we're in field goal range, but we'd rather have a touchdown. So he gets the ball, and instead of letting Robbie kick it, he takes that puppy up and runs with it and gets the first down. Bam. Here comes Jimmy G back on the field. Hey.
Oh, God.
The dude's going to be a superstar, man. I can feel it now. He's going to be talked about. He's going to be one of the most famous punters in the NFL. I guarantee it. There's so much you could do with the guy. There's so much you could do with him. You know what I mean? So,
and Belichick had plans on doing so. Belichick was coming after him. He was.
Another thing is, though, can we truly trust Robbie Gould? You know, is he going to, miss a field goal on purpose? You know what I mean? And if we even get the notion that he's going to, hey, Wishnowsky, pull that ball up and run with it. You know what I mean?
Robbie, he is professional enough to know you only hurt yourself by doing that. He'll come in and he'll continue to be Robbie. He may not be happy in San Francisco, but he's not going to hurt himself. He will have the best year because I think the 49ers have there's a rumor floating around that the 49ers are not going to insist Robbie stay with us next year. They're going to go ahead and let him roll. I think they just want to make sure he stays with them this year. But Robbie will not. He's not going to do that.
Yeah,
because he wants another team to sign him.
But
I also like that guy Hurd, man. The receiver got Hurd. That there's going to be special plays for him too. You know, he's not going to be probably a full-time player out in the field all the time, but there's plays that we could throw him in, and we could have not only a running back check down, but him as a check down too, and on both sides have a check down for Jimmy G. And just, man, I got a feeling that Kyle Shanahan is making up plays right now for all these guys we're getting, and it's going to be like unbelievable. And I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm ready, Ronbo.
Expand so far. We only saw Kyle design that book because of the talent he did have. He's going to use it. You know, he's going to apply what he knows accordingly, and he knows they can handle. Right. There's nothing this unit cannot handle right now. I got speed merchants on both sides of Jimmy G that can both catch the ball and everything else a running back can do. And then I got a running back that's a legitimate, I'll get you 100 yards today in a heartbeat running back. And then all those guys that can catch the ball. Juice. Oh, we got Deebo. You got Dante. You got George. The list just goes on and on. This is why I'm saying, Kenny, one or two or three guys are going to leave us, and it's going to be hard. I don't want to see Marquise go. I don't even want to see Trent Ford. I don't want to see Trent Taylor leave. How did I get? Oh, it's D Ford. This is abundance of talent we've not seen in a long time. Hey. Oh.
Ronbo, can you imagine Solomon Thomas on the inside all year long?
I can. There's no need for him to be outside anymore.
Our D-line's going to be sick. Our D-line, I can't wait to start saying Sac Francisco. So, man,
that's going to be fun.
It's coming.
There's going to be all kinds. And you know how every culture that develops after certain teams, there's going to be things in the stands that are going to be, we're going to see people again running around with that little piece of fence. When's the last time we seen anybody in our stands with a D- fence? We haven't seen that since 13?
Yeah.
Defense. And this team is going to be known for its incredible offense, but we're going to have people in the stands. Defense. The days are finally returning. What?
Oh, man. When this season starts, I'll be calling in on Zoom. Leave that with my helmet on.
Yeah, I got to have. You guys got to see Kenny with the helmet on. The helmet squeezes his head and makes him crazy.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Lee, Chris Scholes, Night Hawk Fan Club, everybody on there, Roberto, Go Hard, Bashar, Sheik, everybody, man. Jesus is my king. All you guys, love you guys. Niner Empire. And I want to also set Jersey Joe straight. It's 13-3 because we got Jimmy G. 13-3 because we got Jimmy G.
There you go. Gary, I'll look for you tomorrow, fam.
All right. Ronbo Sports, A1 since day one, baby. Later, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Oh, this is so much fun. When's the last time we celebrated after draft? I think we celebrate something like this after every draft, but we don't. There's I don't know if it preceded or followed a free agency pickup like it did. I just need to hear that Quan Alexander, who's already excited about us playing Tampa Bay on the first game, I just need to know he's zooming around the field and feeling all right. Maybe go ahead and monitor his snap count in the first couple of games, but I just want to see him zooming around. Hey, James, we were waiting on you. James, come on in, man.
Hey, Ronbo, what's happening, man?
James, we're looking at the talents that are coming in. We're trying to those of us who know the unidentified, the undrafted free agents. Does anybody stand out? Or we got any gems walking around there that you know about? Also, what is going to be some of the sacrifices that the 49ers are going to make this year? And what is the impact of some of the free agents, not free agents, but the draft? Who's going to have the big impact? And James, finally, do you like my boy Mitch? He wasn't liked yesterday, James. People wanted to kill Lynch and Shanahan about that pick. But James, your thoughts?
Let me tell you something. When I first seen it flash across the TV screen that we picked the punter, I said, "Wow, in the fourth round, we're picking a punter." really, you could have got just as good a value to wait until the free agency period. I mean, the undrafted free agent period starts after the draft, because a lot of people, you're not going to have 10 teams out of a draft that will be picking punters. It just doesn't happen, you know. So, but anyway, you know, after looking at the highlights and finding out that this guy is like one of those unique Australian rugby players, I think it is. I don't want to call it out a name because I know they take that kind of serious, you know.
Yeah, no, they do. He's from the Australian code. That's his code. Australian rules.
Code.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, code. So they he's a unique player, man. And right now, you know, Shanahan is throwing in some wrinkles of unique players. I mean, Jalen Hurd is one of them. You know, at that height, that size, and then to get a punter, you know, in the fourth round. I mean, he seems to really be very good.
James,
yes.
hold on a second. Are you in headphones, or there's a lot of clicking going on? Is it bumping up against something?
A lot of clicking going on in the background or something. How about now?
Yeah, go ahead, proceed. I'll let you know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, I wasn't too sold on him in the beginning, but after finding out, you know, that he's a very talented individual, it makes a whole lot of sense. But I'm gonna tell you, one pick I was blown away by, and that was the pick of that tight end, Kaden Smith, at 6'5", 255 pounds, I believe he is. Now, mind you, the Patriots, the year they won the Super Bowl with Gronkowski, I think in his second year, they won the Super Bowl. No, it was in his first year they won the Super Bowl. And I think it was the year before they had drafted Aaron Hernandez, but he came out of college injured. But anyway, when he got healthy, you know, they turned around and went right back to the Super Bowl the following year. They repeated actually, and a lot of their offensive production was predicated off them two big tight ends, Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. You know what I'm saying? And defenses late in the game. Once again, this is a rhythm of football that you will play in a game when you know, if you're a head coach, that the opposing defense is sucking wind. They got their hands on their hips and
or resting on the knees.
Yeah, resting on their knees and looking around and putting a arm on another player, you know, and you got them right where you trying to take them, and it's starting to happen. And I think that Shanahan is putting together a set of players for a sustainable amount of time to be not just to win a Super Bowl, which will be a great feeling. We already have 5, but to get that number 6, and it's to be able to continue on to do this, you know, I mean, year in and year out. So it's all starting. They're making good picks. I mean, there's so many styles of football that Kyle Shanahan is designing offensively. I mean, there's going to be some games when we finally get it with Garoppolo and that offense gets clicking. I could see him being up like 34 to 3 in the first half.
That's prolific. Yeah.
This
week 5, starting in week 5.
And probably having like close to 220 something yards of rushing. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then every time we talk about what is different and what I see a play where you've got George Kittle and possibly Dante Pettis and Deebo Samuel all to the right of Jimmy Garoppolo, with Matt Breida and Jalen Hurd in the backfield. Breida motions over to the right of Jimmy Garoppolo behind that package with Kittle, Pettis, and Samuel. Now, Hearns motions to the same side, but it looks like it's about to be a jet sweep. The defense has had to realign when Breida went in motion. Now Hearns goes in motion. Now, if they just sit there, then Jimmy's going to hand the ball to him in the jet sweep. And if they feel like, nah, cover that jet sweep, and they get unbalanced, then Jimmy throws a check down right to Matt Breida in the flat with McGlinchey, Kittle, and Deebo Samuels and Dante Pettis blocking out front for him.
James, that is a well-designed play. A picture of that. That's interesting. James, we got to stop.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, the options are endless. That could definitely happen. It could form that way. So
you know what? It's just some of the designs that some of the plays I could see this guy putting into effect because he's got the players now to do it. And all they got to do, it's a simple concept, man. I mean, you beat a team with great players, and if you look
play
at
design, and you take advantage of a team's weaknesses, and that could work on a lot of different teams. James, we're gonna go though. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow. Okay.
All right, man. Thank you for what you do. Love what you do. Thank you for all that you do for us and for the Niner Empire, Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening.
Thanks, fam. Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow. All right.
All right, man.
Yes, I like that play James did lined up by them. I'm serious, man. That was. See, anytime you can get the defense on their heels, going the wrong way. It's like that play they showed with Wishnowsky yesterday. Is the guys watching the field, right? You've got a couple of guys pulling, one left, one right. There's a very narrow hole. Sometimes you get an alert defender, right? And he's not flinching. But Wishnowsky, the dude, he knew he had to beat one guy. He did. I said, look at this. I'm sorry, that's more than a punter. And he runs for like 10, 11 yards. That dude impresses me a lot. I can't wait to see him in action. So, hey, Trey, where you at, man? Because I know you're going to come in there. All right, it's been cute and cuddly in here. Ronbo, you need to be ashamed of yourself, man. You know, yesterday we talked about it's not about him being a talented punter. It's about what they use that fourth picker. See, Trey, I already know how you think, man. I know exactly how you're going to come at me. You and Trez. Where's TNT? Hey, guys, remember one thing. Big Show already came in and spoke on behalf of TNT, and he had nothing but good things to say. Hey, Big Will.
Ronbo, what's cracking, cuz?
Oh, Will, I'm sitting back here laughing, man, because, like I said last night when I left here, I was feeling bad, and not because of the pick, but as much as everybody else was angry. I said, man, I hate to see my fam all burnt up and out of shape about this. And then I go to Twitter, and somebody posted up a footage of this dude. Uh-oh. Okay, now I know what Belichick was going after him for. That's not a punter. Well, he can punt. But that's where it may start, but that ain't where it ends. This dude's a machine. He can do any number of things. So that's a football player that kicks the ball. I'll put it that way. So I was delighted with that. But Will, other than that, I'm looking at the UDFAs, Will, because this is like college expertise. If you watch college football and you see any guys that are attractive that we're picking up as far as a UCLA quarterback, if anybody's got any feedback on him, his numbers say that he's okay. I'm not sure why, unless Kyle thinks he can work with him or something like that. He's one that came in and replaced Rosen. And then some of the picks that we got on the draft board, how many are going to survive and that type of thing. Will, go any direction you want, man. Go ahead, Will.
Well, shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Appreciate what you're doing, man. But yeah, but I really didn't really look into all the undrafted free agents that we got, so I really can't really elaborate on them because I haven't checked it out yet. But I did check out the punter. Man. Hey, punter pretty good, man. I seen those highlights on Twitter too. He a good punter to me, man. Like, if he can continue to do that, man. The hang time, man, the way he kicking and places the ball near the other end of the end zone, man. With the defense that we got now, man, we probably can get some safeties out of the deal, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Will, did you see that film? You saw the same one. Did you see the ball dropped as if they watered the grass too much or something. Ball didn't even bounce.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Man, that was weird, bro. That was weird, man.
It was.
Man, that was weird,
did they
man.
doctor that tape?
The ball hit the ground and didn't move. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe that's what they teach you how to do. Where he's from.
Man,
He put the ball on the right side of the field, the left side of the field. He kicked it out of bounds at like the 5-yard line, just in front of the hash and bounce. I said, wait a minute. Wait. Did he do that on purpose? Or was that just luck? Or was that an accident?
Man, I don't know if somebody played with the tape or tried to or did some type of.
Maybe.
I don't know what they did, man, but that was weird, man, in a good way, though.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I can't wait to see him, bro. But overall, man, I just want to get my summary over the offense and defense that we're gonna have this year, man.
Hey, go ahead.
Kyle Shanahan, Johnny, they did a good job, man. I don't have no complaints, man. Most teams you see in the NFL, man, these good teams, they only have the quarterback and probably a receiver or two and a running back that's good. You know what I'm saying? They make a team good. But us, man, we're in a good way. We're unusual. We're gonna be more unusual than all other 31 teams.
I think so.
I mean, that's in a good way. That's in a good way because we got so many players that's good in the backfield, and we got so many receivers, man. Defensive coordinator this year, man, the defensive coordinator is going to be hard to explain to the defensive players how to attack us. It's going to be hard. The man going to have a hard time explaining in the film room. Like, he's going to have to come up with pop quizzes and get them pop quizzes every month. He's going to have to get them a study guide. He's going to have to, these defensive coordinators that we're going to face this year, they heads going to be hurting all season. And it's also going to hurt the defensive players' head during these games, too, because their head going to be hurting because they're going to be trying to figure out how to stop us. And their head going to be hurting, man. They ain't going to be able to play the game.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, give me your starting offense day one. Give me who are you starting on offense? I started with Jimmy G and then? Yeah.
Jimmy G, Kyle Juszczyk. I think they're going to go ahead and start off McKinnon. I see Deebo. I see Pettis. I see Marquise. Deebo, Pettis, and Marquise. That's who I see.
All right.
I see Kittle.
Right.
Kittle as tight end. Man. I mean, that's all I see right now. They're gonna do pack. They're gonna do pack.
You only got 3 spots left anyway. You got to have some offensive linemen up there. But you know what? This is that's only you just gave one option.
I think it'll be the same old line. Yeah.
I say. I mean, unless somebody gets hurt or doesn't heal up. But that's. You may have to make one running back may have to shuttle back in and out. You had just one player too many. But that
Kevin Coleman a little bit.
Yeah, that right there, starting, is enough for Kyle to do about. There's an endless amount of scenarios because Bill Walsh, everything he did after every play he had, there was a concept after everything. Bill had one play fashion, but it had concepts out the window off of that same play. This is what I'm saying. Kyle's got that kind of mindset, and I'm looking for him to deploy that all game long, every week. So when, like you said, when the DC sits in his office and thinks he's got the 49ers figured out, Kyle's hoping he does think he has it figured out.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. And you want Deebo and Pettis out there at the same time because they can separate. They can juke you. You know what I'm saying? They can juke you off the line. They can really separate. And they can, because Kyle Shanahan, he won't first down after first down because all the chunk plays he like to run. So, it's important to have Pettis and Deebo out there, on the field at the same time so they can separate and get those chunk plays, man. Because you know how Kyle like to run it. But on the defensive side, man, we sit, man. We sit.
I know it.
I like Greenlaw, man. I like Greenlaw. Greenlaw should play along Kwan and Fred, because like I said, he used to play safety and he got speed and he can cover in the pass. You know what I'm saying? And now they say he has to work on this getting off the block type deal, but I know D'Amico gonna help him out with that. So I want them through on them, man, because they got speed and they can cover, man, and they can come up and get you. And Greenlaw also forced fumbles too. So Malcolm Smith, get your ass out the way, man. But overall, man, we're gonna have to deal with our free safety. It is what it is. If it's Ward or it's Kobe, we have to deal with it. I believe our front seven is going to help the secondary out. This is going to be the year where we see Sherman get some picks. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, can't wait for the first
Barrett.
one. Ooh, Sherman's going to get flagged. His first one, I'm telling you, Will, Sherman's going to over-celebrate, and there's going to be a flag on the play for taunting. But I don't care. We got the ball. And Sherm got his first INT with the 49ers. Yes.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be so. I believe our front seven will help him out, man. Because the offensive line ain't gonna be able to stop the front seven. They just ain't, man. You got Buckner and Armstead and Thomas in the middle, man, with D4 and the Bosa on the end. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, Ronbo. They ain't gonna be able to stop us, man. It's gonna be fun to watch, man.
I don't see how. And this ain't just us talking through red and gold glasses. Think about it for a minute. Anybody would think about it for a minute. I got two guys with a wingspan in the middle. I got Buckner and Armstead in the middle with their hands up. The quarterback can't see. Meanwhile, you got the two assassins coming around the side. I'm telling you right now, if don't let me run, I can blitz Quan, Jimmy, any number of options on that defensive stand, depending on, especially against Jared Goff. Oh, his statue-like butt is going to get killed.
Ronbo. Ronbo. Hey, you know how it is. You know how it is when you're a big time drug kingpin. Then the feds surround your house and they kick in your door and they come in from all angles of your house. That's how it's gonna be, man. That's how it's gonna be, dog.
Well, we gotta go. I tell you what, man. I'll be watching that show too. Well, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to Ronbo, man. Fuck Booty, fuck the Rams. They lost and they broke. And I also heard Jack on the line, man. Hey, look, bro. I don't respect you at all. I don't like you. If you go back and look at the last podcast you did the other day, he said the N-word, man. He said the N-word. We were talking about John Lynch. So until you apologize, I won't smoke with you. I won't smoke with you. I won't smoke until you apologize. You said the N-word. Don't fly with me, bro. I don't like you. Fuck. I just want to say fuck what you stand for. Fuck what you love and fuck who you love. I'm gone, Ronbo.
All right. See, this is the thing. Okay, well, have a good night, fam.
All right, you too, man.
All right. See, this is the thing, we by the time the season starts, I hope we're all in unison singing Kumbaya and everything. And we've got to find some middle ground, fam, to get along. And these little skirmishes, get into them, get out of them. And there's no way to avoid them completely. I understand that. But let's get out of it. Jack, come on, man. You came in with a backhanded apology. I know you got to be you. Okay, anyway, let's get back to football. Tyler!
Ronbo, my man.
Tyler, man, there's so many angles.
I want to talk to you about something. I don't want to cross any lines. Just let me know if I will, okay?
All right, but make it real quick because I still want to talk football. Yeah. Go ahead, because I know. Go ahead.
This is football. This is relevant to football.
Right.
Okay, the President of the United States tweeted to Nick Bosa, and he said, "Congratulations on getting picked." And people are making a big deal out of it, saying, "Oh, why didn't he tweet all the other players?" It's like, listen, he knows the only reason he tweeted Bosa is because he knows that Bosa supports him. He doesn't know that about these other guys. Quit saying that he's racist for not tweeting these other guys. Come on, it's a bunch of crap. Quit turning it back to racism. It's not. He just knows Bosa supports him. That's all it is. Quit overreacting, You always got to turn it back to racism. Can we ever get past that?
Well,
We're playing that card.
Tyler, it's going to go on for. I'll be dead and gone, and I got a feeling you're going to be the same thing. This is something that's inbred in our society. I don't know if it can ever be fixed, but in the meantime, Tyler, individually we can all at least apply good sense and make our own circles as much as we can a little cleaner and safer to be in. Tyler, you know what though, Tyler? Well, let's leave this as fast as possible. What else? All right.
Okay, so, you've done a great job implementing this. You said once a guy becomes a 49er, that's it. We got to support him, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I do too. I don't care what your beliefs are, as long as you're not breaking the law or hurting somebody.
And causing your team.
If you're not doing anything to cause harm to somebody else or doing anything wrong, if you're on the 49ers roster, I'm going to support you.
There you go.
I don't care what your beliefs are. Like, if you're on the 49ers roster, I'm going to support you.
Right.
Now, there are people saying, oh, well, I disagree with Bosa's opinions. Fuck Bosa. I'm not going to support him. It's like, okay, well, when you say Bosa's a 49er, so when you say fuck Bosa, you're saying fuck the 49ers. That's what you're telling me.
All right. Tyler, you know what?
So
I think you've driven that point home. Let's go ahead and move on. Now, Tyler, let's talk about the draft and some of the players that we picked up and anything like that, because I know you watch college football on occasion. Some of the undrafted free agents. And Tyler, if anything, give me your starting defense, man, from front to back.
Okay, well, okay, my starting defense from front to back, I'm going to start with the corners. As of right now, I don't know what the rookies are going to look like. I'm not starting to Keller Witherspoon, I'll tell you that much. He can sit down.
I'm telling you right now, Keller's going to have a year.
I've gotten sick and tired of him. Like,
he's approved.
Odell Beckham ran the exact same route on him.
Oh.
Paul was overthrown the first time. He was already beat. Second time they run the exact same thing. He looks around waving his arms, you know. He's like, where's my help? It's like, you know what? Just cover the guy. Be a man.
Okay. But anyway, the coaches messed up on that, and where is his help is a good question, though. Anyway, but go ahead. Give me the rest of you guys. Because Akello's probably not going to be able to beat up Jason Verrett anyway. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so if Verrett's healthy, which I would imagine he would be, I hope, he's starting. Richard Sherman obviously is starting. That's of course. My starting defensive line, I got D Ford on one edge. I got Bosa on the other. Obviously, DeForest Buckner. And then I got Solomon Thomas in the middle with DeForest Buckner, because Solomon Thomas, you put him in the middle where he's supposed to be, I think he's going to be really good, actually. He may not have the sacks necessarily, but I think him in the middle is going to be actually really good. He was really good at the end of last year in the middle. So I'm starting Solomon Thomas there. Eric Armstead will definitely be in the rotation. I'm not going to count him out. We picked up his fifth-year option. He's obviously going to be in the mix. I like him. Really good run stopper. I think on first downs, I'd probably have Armstead out there.
For the run,
like on second and second and third down on passing downs, I want Solomon out there and defensive tackle with DeForest Buckner. So my linebackers, the rookie linebacker that we drafted will take Malcolm Smith's spot. Goodbye, Malcolm. Obviously, Kawan Alexander will be starting. Fred Warner will be starting. My starting free safety, that's gonna be interesting. That's we have some options there. Marcel Harris is a strong safety, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll be competing against Kowalski.
I think if Kowalski's healthy, Kowalski will start. However, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Marcel takes that job and we trade Kowalski.
You think so? This is interesting. Eric Armstead's been mentioned in a trade. Solomon Thomas has mentioned as a trade. You know what's interesting though, Tyler? Due to the fact that these guys they've got rookie-friendly contracts. Armstead doesn't. Solomon Thomas does. Teams are going to be more happy about that expiring rookie contract than they are Kowalski or Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
So I do wonder,
they just re-signed Kowalski
Yeah.
last year. So, I mean, they may be looking into trading him at some point. If they look at the competition and say, look, Marcel is just about as good. He's like, and he costs a lot less.
Yeah, you got to be careful throwing him out, though. Now, if you do trade him, you trade him for draft picks next year, you're going to get another body back. Marcel should have a back. There should be another box safety. You could use Exum, I guess.
Well, yeah, I like Exum.
Yeah.
I like DJ Reed too, but he's a free safety, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to be in
a slot cover. So
yeah.
So I think my free safety will probably. Well, okay. People hate Jimmy Ward. Listen up. That man is a free safety. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. He's average to mediocre corner. He gets hurt. Okay, that sucks. Sucks he gets hurt, but that's a good football player. But he's a really good free safety. The problem is staying on the football field. Yeah. If he could stay on the field, I love Jimmy Ward at free safety. So if he's healthy, if he can stay, well, obviously you don't know if he's going to stay healthy, but he would be starting at free safety for me at the beginning of the season. But they could look into trading him if they feel that Adrian Colbert is better than him.
No,
but
you're not going to trade him.
I
That's
don't
too big of a
know.
contract. Well, you know what? And again, it's another expiring contract, so maybe teams don't have a problem with it. 49ers will still have to pay a percentage of that contract. But,
it's tough.
You got AC backing up on that. He's involved in that mix too, though. So you do have. And they say that Reed can play the FS too.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Ward and Adrian Colbert will be battling for that. I think that'll be very interesting. I think both of them have a chance. They're gonna fight out for it, and so that's gonna be interesting. I don't really I know basically who's gonna be starting for me, or at least what I would do.
All right.
But with these guys, what do we know? You know?
There you go. Tyler, we're gonna get your other side of the ball tomorrow because we're out of time. But good stuff, Tyler, and keep fighting the good fight. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
I just wanted to let you know, I had 2 Jimmy G jerseys, and neither of them. When I got them, I ordered them online, and they didn't fit. I was at the mall today and bought one that fit. So here we go.
You got 3. You got 3 Jimmy G jerseys. You sent. Oh, you didn't. They're not going to send you your size.
No, I mean I ordered the wrong size online. So
go ahead, Tyler.
I was at the mall
Tell us
today,
why.
And I bought the right size.
Because you grew and you're massive now, and the jerseys were too small.
No, I just bought the wrong size. I didn't know what size it was. So
there you go.
I bought the right size at the mall.
Well,
so I'm gonna wear it tomorrow.
I'm curious. What size did you order in the first place?
Okay, I got like a men's small or whatever. I needed a men's medium, so I got the wrong size. It's a little too tight.
I do.
Plus,
I just want to give you that opportunity to talk about how you've grown. Get out. Tyler, I'll see you tomorrow. Huh? Give me the pipe bomb.
All right, guys. Niner Pride, Niner for life, forever faithful. Jimmy G, stay away from them hoes. Forever faithful. The punter was a great draft pick. Pipe bomb.
Night, Tyler. Nighthawk!
What's up, Rambo? What's going on?
Oh, Nighthawk, man, we're just sitting there looking over now. We got all the stuff. We got all that raw material, man. It's sitting here, and we're looking at it and trying to figure out how is this going to work, because Kyle's already ahead of us. Kyle's already exiting Owen to death in there, man. He's got lights probably on in that room all night long. But give me some pluses on this team, Nighthawk, that you see coming, man. Are we going to be crazy offensively good? Is the defense going to be something that can't be denied? Are we going to shut a team out this year, not let them have a point? We haven't done that since Jimmy T's defense. Hey, Nighthawk, do you know we shut out the Rams in 2015? Was that 2015? Yeah, Jimmy G's defense shut the Rams out. Blaine Gabbert beat up Aaron Donald to the point he was out there throwing his helmet on the ground. He was so frustrated. Do you see that coming back this year? Nighthawk, you got a devastating defense now like you've not had since 2013.
Yep, but you know what, Deebo?
Deebo.
He got some. He's not bad.
Oh, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen his how he's fast because when I saw his highlights, he find an opening, he's gone.
To say the least, he's strong too, Nighthawk. When you go to hit Deebo, the guy that hits him is going to have to brace himself. It's going to be an impact. He's one of them thick, not too tall dudes, probably a low center of gravity, and so when he throw that pad down, it's going to be getting hit like a big sledgehammer.
He's going to be a good fit for like you have Goodman on the other side, you got him on the other side, you got Pettis, and you got the other guy we drafted the other receiver,
Jalen Hurd.
Yeah. If you have them on the other side, oh shoot,
got many weapons.
Somebody then you have Jimmy.
Oh, and then you got Jimmy out there pushing the buttons and Kyle giving him guidance. Because, see, Jimmy G can do some of the things he does. He don't even need Kyle. We saw that in 2017. Jimmy was ad-libbing a percentage of the time. Boy's got some. That's a quarterback. That is a quarterback.
All that four receivers he got, oh, my God. Those four receivers will do damage.
Tell you. Now, I believe we're going to be laughing and clowning at the half of every game. 49ers, maybe first 2 or 3 games, may win. I would think they would, but it won't be so devastating. We'll be looking at, oh, man, they can't do no better than this. There will be those. Oh, come on, man. The 49ers are having trouble with Tampa Bay. Oh, come on, Niners. They're having trouble with the Steelers. The Steelers ain't even got no players. It's going to be that kind of thing until about week 5. Then all of a sudden, things start taking shape, Night Hawk.
And plus, you got the punter. And you got a punter. If you put him on the field goal, I bet he can fix the field goal and go for a touchdown.
I do like this punter. I did not know what the problem was yesterday, or else I would have spoke up on his behalf. I didn't know he was more than the word punter.
Yeah, but see, at first I wasn't happy, but when I seen his highlights, I was like, oh, hold up. This guy's not no kick. No punter.
It's the same thing I said. Wait a minute. This is the guy? And what's with that hang time? It looks like everybody was standing down there, sitting down, waiting for that ball to come down. Bradley Pinion does not.
Way he's on the 40, I forgot what yard he was. He kicked that ball right in the middle of the end zone.
Just in front of it. And he kicked that ball out of bounds, deep in the other team's territory. There's nothing they could do about it but take that ball on 5 or 6 yard line. Nighthawk, this is something we've not had. I don't know when we've ever had a kicker that could do these things. I will look in the book and let's see if I can look back 10 years. When's the last time we had a punter with this kind of technique and skills? Because usually we've always been able to beat up a team. Wherever field position they had, we just had a good team to be able to beat them up. But this guy's going to put teams in the hole.
I think he's a good kicker.
Yeah, I know, right? Robbie's going to come around. You know, God, that's the only thing.
He got that long kick. He can kick. That dude can kick.
I know.
He'd be a good field goal kicker.
Maybe, but field goal kicking is that's an art different from punting. If he put his mind to it and worked on it, he might be very good, actually. Normally you don't have – somebody's got to hold the ball, though, and it shouldn't be your quarterback. Although you got both Nick and CJ or whoever else can work on long snapper can actually work on that as well. I guess they could find somebody else to hold the ball. It's usually the punter, though, for the kicker. So
yeah.
Because they work together
but
all
like
day.
I said, the defense, I'm looking at defense. I know that Wilson's going to be in trouble.
Oh, Russie, I tell you. We got 2 problems like that, though, now, Nighthawk. You got both. You got little Russie and you got little Kyler. Boy, and Kyler's way faster than Russie. So we do have an issue coming out of Arizona. I'm sure we can deal with it, though. I hope. Oh, God. Because as much as Go ahead.
But like I said, I'm not scared of him, the guy from the Cardinals.
We ain't got no business being scared of him. This is his first year anyway. Well, we'll see what happens here. I am a little concerned. Kingsbury, it's his offense, so he really knows what he's doing with that. He's got his quarterback there, actually going to hit the ground running, actually. We'll see what they look like. He's got Hakeem Butler, everybody's wide receiver at 6'5", 6'6", or whatever he is. He's got Chuck. Boy, he's got a few weapons. What if David Johnson comes back to form? That defense is not bad. Nighthawk, that you brought up the Cardinals makes me realize they're going to be a little tough, aren't they? We got the defense so they deal with them people. We got it. Got a linebacker that can chase him. No, but we get him.
But we're doing it next year. We can after we can keep on. Shanahan, I'll just go ahead with Shanahan doing. He know what we got. We got a tall receiver. That's what we wanted.
Man, we're ready to roll, Nighthawk. Now we're out of time. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll see you tomorrow, Nighthawk. You ready? I can holler a little bit today. Wait, let me wet it up here a little bit. You go, Nighthawk. Nighthawk! Oh, that feels so much better.
Yeah, before I go, I want to give a shout out. Before I go,
go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to everybody from the Nighthawk Club and the Hitman Club.
Yeah. All right.
I'm out. Hit that light.
Hey, thanks, Nighthawk. See you later.
Mm-hmm. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Oh, God. Yeah, Jux, that's right, man. Our team looks better now than the first year of the rebuild. Way better. So my only concern is we have a lot of players with a history of being injured. But if they can stay healthy, we should make the playoffs, no doubt. You know, here's the thing about players that have a history of being injured. And that doesn't just end at a normal number. We set records for that. We'll find out if it was strength and conditioning people or whomever else was involved, the trainers. There's something very strange about the rate of injuries the 49ers suffered. I still think it has a lot to do with being in Levi Stadium, but we'll see. Hey, Lewis! Get on in here, Lewis!
What's up, Ronbo?
Lewis, man, we're sitting here having fun.
How you doing?
Hey, doing awesome, man. You know how you go shopping and you've been at the mall all day. You went and got all your 49er gear. You got all your paraphernalia. You got 2-3 bags, setting them in the back seat of the car. You can't walk through the mall with them. It's too many. You get home, you dump everything out, and you look at it. You say, man, I can put this combo together. I got these shoes to go with this. You know? That's where we are right now at the draft. I don't know about the undrafted free agents yet because we got to wait to see what rookie camp looks like. But I'm telling you, Lewis, I'm excited about this team, man. Oh, man. Who? How you feeling?
Yeah, Ronbo. I mean, so what are we doing, Ronbo? Like, seriously, what are we doing? Huh? We out here justifying fourth-round picks.
Lewis, I knew you were getting ready to say something about that. Lewis, I'm justifying it. I have to do it, man. I'm telling you, I like that punter. I didn't know how good he was. I had no idea. I was feeling what y'all was selling yesterday. I can't do it, Lewis. I'm supporting him. That's a bad man.
I can't. The same people that are trying to say, with the fourth round, we needed this, we needed that, is the same people who are okay with justifying why we're 4-12 and dropping top 10 each year.
Wait.
For some reason, it's just all these four.
Lewis, what was the comparison? The same people supporting what else? What?
No, the same people trying to justify it's okay to take a punter in the fourth round, or the same people that's trying to justify that it's okay that we go 4-12 each year and we draft in the top 10. This
Lewis,
is ridiculous.
that's not fair, man. Come on now.
The culture of the 49er fans has been
4-12.
great. Come on, Ronbo. Like, everybody is okay with being bad. Like, we're okay with complacent with being trash. Like, that's disgusting.
Lewis.
Like, come on.
Lewis,
First of all, Ronbo,
I get that,
go ahead, Ronbo.
but I just want to say he's not just a punter. I just want to clarify that. That's just not just a punter, though.
Ronbo, if he ain't punting out the damn stadium, I don't care what he does. All right? If he can't punt to the next stadium, then I don't want him, Ronbo, because listen, even if we had Jimmy G, I still think we would have broken out as a 7-9 or an 8-8 record team because everything has to blend. But there's still a lot of positions that you need to fill. So when you're taking punters, when you got people like Chancey Gardner-Johnson on the on the board, and you're taking punters, that just says something. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like, I can't justify those picks. Like, again, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, they do good, right? The first 2 rounds, right? But for people to say that, it's a 4th-round pick, 5th-round pick.
Lewis, you didn't like Jalen Hurd?
Oh yeah, the first 3 they did. They did. The first 3, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they did. First round 3. Okay, I'll give them 3. A+ is right. But the 3rd through 7 is where you win the draft. It's because it's the players that haven't been looked at. They haven't been scouted in depth like the stars have been, right? Like the first rounders. So this is where you win the draft, because when you sign these and you hit on these picks, they don't have to be Pro Bowls. Some are, and if you do, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Then you win. You win that draft if they become Pro Bowls. But if they become viable starters or good enough to start, then that's good because you could put the money to somewhere else that is a team need. But you win the draft through 3 and 7 or 4 and 7. You don't, it's not picks you waste upon. Like, come on. What I would have did was I would have drafted what we needed. We need safety help. Like, people don't understand. What is it? What do you say, Ronbo? J-Dub Bunch? Right. So when he's out there on the top.
J-Dub Bunch! You got to say with feeling, Lewis.
Right. When he's out there. When we drafting people like DK, they got DK Metcalf in our division. So when I see Sherman getting blown by DK Metcalf, because Sherman's really good for the first 5 seconds of the play. Other than that, I don't know where the hell he goes. But all of a sudden, when you see DK Metcalf 6'3" running a 4.3 down the field, and Jimmy Ward looking up, and Jimmy's caught in the middle of the field. DK Metcalf's already on their own 30-yard line, and it's a touchdown. This is ridiculous, man.
This is why DK's going to get special treatment that day. You go see also not only the corners, but I got Fred Warner going down the field with him. I may have Quan involved in that, too. He's going to get jammed up. Hey,
but I'm
Lewis,
just saying, like,
one thing though, I want to ask you. Remember when we used to play the Saints and Jimmy Graham was he was definitely a bad dude then. Remember how the 49ers had like an entourage trailing that dude down the field? What was that cornerback we had that we won that game because he faked perfectly as Graham went up, Graham hit. Oh, what was that cornerback say? Graham hit him with his elbow.
Carlos Rogers?
No, not Carlos Rogers. The following year. The next year.
Chris Culliver?
No, not Culliver. You're getting there, though.
Tremaine Brock?
No, not him.
Tremaine Brock? I don't know.
Before Brock. This dude ended up going to Tennessee, I think, later. Anyway, the dude went down and the ref threw a flag. Well, I tell you, that saved us because Graham had 3 dudes beat. Because he had 3 dudes going, 3 49ers jamming down the field with him. Because they wouldn't do a lot that happened.
We're not talking about Deshaun Golson, right?
No, not Golson. This is after Golson. Who took Golson's place?
Okay.
Oh, anyway, the thing is, when you got certain guys, you do not let them run the fly route by themselves. Everybody's going. So I don't know that DK, and I tell you something else about DK. As much as I love him, he can't switch direction. DK is going to be a project for the first year.
I agree. 100%. When you run a cone drill slower than Tom Brady, that's a problem. You're on a special. You're on a specialties. Specialties position. So you need to do, out of the ordinary things. And when you can't run a damn cone faster than Tom Brady, then that's obviously a problem.
That's crazy.
But all they're going to need is that dude to run straight. And when I see Jimmy Ward getting burnt for like 10 yards, and then we're going to be like, well, damn, we should have drafted a safety. There's been viable options in this draft that we could have drafted. But
Lewis, you don't have to
John
play.
Lynch doing what John Lynch does best.
You don't have to play him as much as you play the ball. And I tell you something else too, Lewis. You don't have to worry about. First of all, by the time DJ gets downfield as deep as he wants to get, if Russell Wilson waits as long as it takes for him to get downfield, I guarantee you, Russell Wilson's going to be meat.
That's the only thing I'm hoping for.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing I'm hoping for. Is Bosa, Buckner, or Ford is going to eat him up. So hopefully, but
somebody will get him.
At least the Deebo pick, though, I'm kind of happy though because Deebo's automatically, when he was drafted, becomes the most viable wide receiver that we have. Him and Kittle are going to be the most.
Don't forget my man Pettis. I'm telling you, I got Pettis leading receiver this next year.
But to me, Pettis and Goodwin kind of do the same thing. Obviously, Goodwin's a little bit faster, but they could take the top off. Deebo is going to be the underneath guy that's going to catch all the slants, the drags. He's going to do everything. He's going to catch the flat routes. He's going to do everything that he needs to be done. Same thing with the running backs that we have. So I'm excited. Other than that, that's the only thing I was kind of annoyed about. I mean, I ain't complaining, but I'm just calling what it is. Like, our team's not the best team, right? So why are you taking something when you could have got a specialties player that could have played instead of dropping a punter?
Now,
right?
remember
this is what you do to punters.
They explained that though. They didn't
signed
see
7 of them.
They looked at those guys that we're talking about we should have got, and they're telling everybody that those guys were not going to take Verrett off the field. They weren't going to take Sherman off the field. But when they did say Jimmy, I knew they were going to get flack for that one. They mentioned Jimmy by name. They're not going to take Jimmy Ward off the field, but they didn't mention Adrian. So I'm just thinking maybe they diagnosed it that way. Maybe they were serious. Maybe they really meant that those guys couldn't beat out the guys on the team. Now, none of them were going to beat Sherman out. But I really wish they would have got ready for the next year.
Sherman's going to stay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, exactly. At least so he can pass on his knowledge. We talked about this. You know what I'm saying? You at least want to show, give him he can train him while we're paying him. He could be a coach, too, at the same time. You know, he's a leader, right? So, he's going to demand that, I'm going to train you guys on what I know, my knowledge, and how to, be good in the NFL. But the only thing that's going to take Jason Verrett off the field is himself with his injuries.
Yeah,
so
and Lewis, remember,
let's get that out the way.
You can only carry 53. You need to carry guys that for sure may compete. I see where they're going as far as that goes. I mean, I kind of agree about whether Jimmy Ward should be competed with against or not. I don't know that maybe we look and we don't appreciate Akello, but maybe none of them dudes are going to beat Akello out either. I'm just saying, if they say that, I wonder if they're serious. Do they really mean it? Do they do the homework? Did they check in on these guys that we're so crazy about and see that they're just glamour boys in college and that's where it's going to end? I take all that into consideration.
Yeah.
That may have been the case.
That's true, Ronbo. I mean, yeah. With that point, that's a valid point. I just felt like there was still talent on the board that I felt that was better than the players that we have right now that are playing. And I felt like anybody we would have taken as a DB is better than Jimmy Ward. Like, regardless of what Kyle Shanahan and Don Lynch think, the play speaks for itself. Jimmy Ward's not an NFL-ready DB, and it shows. So,
yeah.
But,
well, we'll see, Lewis. And listen, we're going to look back at this midway through the season, and if any of these guys that the 49ers passed up on, if they do a good job wherever they go and Jimmy's getting smoked, then it will be time to raise that flag and say, John, what did you do, John?
What I want to see through our DBs, though,
is
I just want to see everybody get a little aggressive. I want us to do what, like, the Bears do, like Kareem Jackson and boys. Like, they know how to jump routes because they know the pass rush is coming. And with our, front four that we have, they should be able to start getting the timings down. He's going to stack him right here. I can jump this route and try to get a
Well, we got Joe Woods. Let's see what he does with that secondary because Hafley had not a clue. Lewis, we see you tomorrow, fam.
See you tomorrow, fam.
All right.
Take it easy, Ronbo. Go
You
Niners.
too.
And I'll see you guys later.
Night. I like that. Lewis is not going to. Well, I didn't change his mind by talking about how much I love the new kicker. Yeah, that's fine, and he's right on so many points. This is the kind of thing that we almost have to wait and see what happens next to see whether the night was right or wrong. It could be wrong. We'll see. Justin Rosales says, do not blame Cap for your actions. Accountability. I'm not sure Justin's referring to that. Just to give you a little more detail on that, I'm not sure, referring to, do not blame Cap for your actions, accountability. Oh, Bosa? Yeah, and I got a feeling Bosa was going along with the crowd because it was kneeling on the flag. A lot of people take the flag really in a way where it's sacred, right? So they're not going to listen. Oh, an example of Jack. Okay, well, I did explain Bosa's thing. Jack. Yeah, Jack, you, I don't know if you helped that situation or made it worse. Jack, you need to give an unconditional apology. You don't need to say about people's, never mind. Justin, well said, man. You know what's so funny? Because I try so hard to get people to not be racist. And normally I'm talking about people who come in and use those certain words, right? And then we got reverse racism on the other side of the clique. God. And, Kenny Sands, Ronbo's right. Thanks, Kenny. This is not a politically based program. This one day, I hope we just remember, don't do it. All right. Here we go. Jason Graham says, Aussie rules arrived from Irish Gaelic football, like soccer, but they pick the ball up and kick it and hand the punt ball. Okay. All right. Jack's 373, our team looks better now than the first year. We did that one. Sir Garcia, sup? Bleed red, pea gold. I almost said that word. That's what he said. That's not what he said. He says, I'm happy with this offseason. We made moves. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. It's hard to get the perfect draft that everybody's satisfied with. Jerry Fresh. Yes, question. He says, why do fans think that being faithful means going along with every decision the front office makes? We need to hold them accountable. We pay, we support, we cheer. We the fans, we the people. Yeah, that's a good point, Jerry Fresh, because to decide somebody's being unfaithful because they don't agree with decisions made in the front office, that's way too much conviction. You don't need to refer to someone as being unfaithful. In fact, that person is extremely faithful because they're a little concerned with what's going on. So you can't refer to them as unfaithful. They just disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. There's probably going to be very few years. If you Green Bay Packers, even the Patriots to some degree for the last couple of years, they're not happy with Jimmy G having been shipped out. Did you see the fallout when Jimmy G ended up in San Francisco? If you went down and checked out what the Patriots said, because I couldn't wait to see what they weren't happy with that. and some of the things that are going on last year with Tom Brady's TB12 organization, they have their little differences as well. So you can't call all those fans unfaithful just because they're concerned. So, that's too strong. You can't call a person unfaithful. Dominic Winter says, what's good with you, Dominic? Adrian, there it is. He says, honestly, I would have traded McKinnon. See, McKinnon, Goodwin, Jimmy Ward, Malcolm Smith, Josh Garnett. And, the other thing you got to do, though, you got to make sure they have until the end of the night. When you get ready to do 93 minutes, you got to be careful when you do that kind of thing because you need to make sure that you got the best. You don't want to trade the best players. This is a point where you got to go through camp first and then see if you're getting rid of the right player, cut him, or do whatever you're going to do. It's kind of scary to try to trade a player midway through camp because other GMs are going to say, oh, don't call here trying to empty your trash on me. I may have made that deal a month or two before the season ended. I am not interested now. Thanks, John, anyway. See, now you're trying to play the other GM for a sucker. And you know who does that better than anybody is Belichick. So you can't really trade those guys now. You know what, though? You might be able to get something for Goodwin because we don't appreciate Goodwin, but a lot of teams like that kind of speed. Not we. I appreciate Goodwin a hell of a lot. J-Dub Bunch, I want to give him one more shot. Malcolm Smith. Boy, I'll let him go. Derek McKinnon? Oh, hell no. Because Kyle Shanahan had a plan for him last year, and we never got to see him do a snap one. I can't wait to see what McKinnon looks like. Malcolm Smith and Josh Garnett. Garnett, I just wonder. The guy is probably better than person. Why won't you get out there and not get hurt? I mean, the things he gets hurt about and stays hurt about are ridiculous. He's not breaking any bones or anything like that. I realize the knee thing, but come on, Joshua, man. Take them toes, man. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Isaac Page, would you rather have Hurd or Mac Wilson? Oh, man, that question really works my mind. Too soon. I can't answer that. I don't know Jalen Hurd. And Mac Wilson, I don't know him either way. But I like Kyle having an array of weapons that he could choose from, and then he can get rid of who he wants to later. But from what I see of Jalen Hurd and what people who watched him play say, I like him. I'll stay with Hurd if I have to make a choice right now. Yeah, because I got plenty of linebackers. Well, not plenty, but I got that filled for now. Is that Mills? Mills McEnroe. I like that eye in there, Mill. He says, do you see Jalen Hurd getting any carries on short yardage situations? Him and Kyle are going to have a long talk, I imagine. He left Tennessee. He left Tennessee because Tennessee wanted him to continue to carry the ball because he did such a good job. So I can see Kyle say, listen, I know how you feel about carrying the ball, but I do want you to know, and I just want to know where your head's at on this, if you're going to do anything it takes to help us win. Coach, I left Tennessee because that dude got on my nerves telling me what this is. You want me to run the ball? I'll run the damn ball. I think he's going to be one of those kind of guys. So, yeah, there'll probably be no problem. Now, I'd run him on short yardage just because I know he knows what to do. And but you know what? Kyle's not the kind of OC that makes his players he doesn't want grunt football. That's why he doesn't go for 50-50 balls and stuff like that. Kyle likes to scheme and get people open. We're going to see more of that than we've seen the last couple of years. That's what he likes to do. Fool the defense into making a mistake. And when you used to see the Atlanta Falcons running back running into the end zone all by themselves, running on that zone stretch and stuff like that, this is what Kyle does. So don't look for us to play smash-mouth football. That's not going to be the case with Kyle Shanahan. It's never been the case with him, and it's not going to start being the case now. The couple of cases we've seen him do it last year is because he didn't have any options. Danny Brazil says, you were speaking of Chris Culliver. No, we had another guy. Cully was on one side. There was that other guy. Oh, I just saw something about him the other day, too. Alonzo Westbrook's, and I think he might have retired last year, the year before. The guy I'm talking about that played with us that year. This is what up, fam. I have the remedy for all the complaints on punter and draft picks and politicals' belief. It's winning. So true. Like a deodorant that covers up all the smells. That's brilliant, Alonzo. Because right now we're picking here and there. We're looking at things that are, that have really nothing to do with the game. The draft is never going to be 100% agreed upon anyway, no matter what we do. We weren't 100% happy last year. I think we all agreed in the first year of this regime, though. Nobody had any complaints about the draft picks because we didn't know Solomon Thomas was going to have any problems. We sure as heck didn't think Reuben Foster was going to have any problems. And both of them are now. Solomon needs to prove himself this year. Reuben already proved himself. He's out of here. So, and then George Kittle is Trent Taylor. They both had great rookie years. Akello looked good in his rookie year as well. So that's why you can't look back on that first season and say anything about that. Paul Salvi says, my 8-year-old son Jackson thought you were going to have a heart attack when you saw he got Bosa. It came close. I think it stopped. I started beating him. You ever see those guys in the gym? I used to know there was a Gold's Gym in L.A. that I worked out one time. I'll never forget it. The dude was getting under the weight. The bar was wobbling. I mean, the dude had enough plates on there. It took about 20 guys to load his plates up before he got in. He goes up to the bar, gets under. I'm standing back looking in horror. He's like beating on his chest before he goes under the bar. And the dude next to him, hey, man, what's going on with that? Dude's got a heart condition, man. He does this all the time. Are you serious? No, wait, are you serious? I'm serious. Has he ever passed out here before? He hasn't never passed out, but he stood, man. We took gas. Are you kidding me? He looks like he has 5,000 pounds on that bar. Watch this, though. Dude got under the bar and squatted it. He did it, right? He did 2 reps. Puts the bar up, and then he walks back. I said, hey, you know what? You people here in L.A. are out of your freaking mind, okay? But I says, that was me against I was feeling the same way because when Bosa got picked, I got to admit. Paris Cox. Thank you, Christian. It was Paris. Remember? Graham went up. He was reaching up for the ball. He hit Paris on his shoulder. Paris folded like a tent. Ref threw a flag on it. See, I always say we never get the flags. We got the flag that day. We won the game, too. Graham was mad as hell. Drew Brees was fit to be tied. Every time I think about it, I love it. Trigonometry 49ers. Don't worry about our secondary. They're going to show up to collect them checks this year. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the secondary. As I say, I got 2 Pro Bowlers on corners, man. I know I got it made there. Mad Mardigan 1680. I think Robbie Gould will be just fine when we start winning. He wants a ring, and if we're killing it, he will be happy. That's true. If we're winning, Robbie's head, he'll probably wrap around. Maybe he thinks the Bears are better than we are. And he has every right to think that. They did in the season way better. But Robbie should know. He's sitting there watching. All the 49ers are dropping like flies. We got the IR loaded up. They had to open up new rooms at Stanford Medical Center to get all their guys in. It was ridiculous. All right? So come on, Robbie, you've seen what was going on. Robbie says, what's to stop that from happening this year, man? I don't want nothing to do with this organization, man. How come everybody stays healthy except for this one? What do you say to Robbie when he says that? I don't know. Robbie, come on, man. Adrian says also, I told you when drafted Bosa we're going to go in 10-6, making the playoffs. I know, unless the 49ers start really slow, 10-6 is probably almost a given. Now, above that, because actually there's already odds makers that have said the Rams and 49ers will both go 10-6. That means the heads-up competition is going to be serious this year with the Rams. Because if it's 10-6 and we win both games, we win on the strength of that head-to-head competition anyway. Ooh, this is going to be an intense season, fam. This is going to be so freaking intense. Daniel San Francisco 49ers fan 5249 says Murray won't be a worry. The Cards did not invest in their. Oh, they didn't, did they? The Cards didn't get anybody in free agency. Wait a minute. They picked up Ayupati. Potty may be over the hill. I don't think we'd have to worry with Potty's not going to be able to help them. My pussy, Jersey Joe. Boy, y'all gonna make a fool out the Ronbo, boy. That's better than Jersey Joe. I almost read the whole thing. You have to go ahead and scratch it yourself. I ain't getting involved in that one. Jersey boy, would you stop it? Okay, anyway, Chad Garrison said, Jerry Fresh. Okay, I thought that was directed to me. Sheik the Freak says, he says, Rocco, I know the no movie guy. Stop. You guys, I've got. Guys, please. I was getting. Look, keep the goodies. Let me keep the ones over there. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay. That's pretty much what we got for today. All right, fam. Hey, fam, go ahead and hit that like. Monday Night Raw coming up tomorrow night. There's no telling. Hey, who helped Miss Itchy with that? That is so sick. Dustin. I will fall prey to that because I trust you guys, man. I can't believe you did it. Ryan Jones even 13-3 because we got Nikki B. Brian Jones. What's up, fam? Thanks, Ryan, for the contribution, fam. Oh, man. And Jim Torco says golf is going to be the man in the D-Buck and Bosa sandwich. You know, here's the thing. It's going to be see which team outdoes the other between the offense and the defense. The fact of the matter is, if you give Kyle Shanahan that kind of weaponry, once they get it, we will look a lot like the Falcons did in, was that 20? It was the year before last. That was 2017. Now, it's like as I said, Green Bay Packers were doing after that game. Clay Matthews says, hey, man, it got to the point where they didn't need an offensive line. Matt Ryan was just dotting I's and crossing T's right and left. So, yeah, hats off to him. That was the year that Kyle's offense ranked. It still holds it down. The number 7 all-time most prolific offense in NFL history. Here's the thing why I don't bother Kyle about his offensive picks. This is his team. He came into that situation and he worked with what he had. You figure a guy with this Kyle's he's an offensive visionary, right? You figure this kind of guy, if he comes in and picks out his weapons and doesn't use the weapons already available, if he picks a team out that he wants, well, now, what would that mean? Now, you support him with a defense that he didn't quite have in Atlanta, which is the only reason why the Patriots won that game. When you give up excess of 25 points in the fourth quarter with less than half the quarter gone, yeah, you can blame Kyle for not closing the game out when he did, but what if that defense looked a lot like this defense has the potential to look? So now Kyle doesn't have to look over his shoulder. In the fourth quarter, if the 49ers are leading by 25 points, with the current defense we're looking at now, ain't going to be no 30-point comeback. I don't care if Tom Brady's out there or not. 49ers win. I know, the red and gold glasses again. Call it what you want. This one I'm real confident about. That defense is lit. Fam, see you tomorrow. Just have it. Uh-oh. Did the production people find some more comedy for me? Because I ain't Miss Itchy. I ain't talking to her. Miss Itchy says, "Night, Ronbo, you the man. Thanks to you and your team. Aloha. Thanks. Aloha, my brother." Ray Jr., have a good night, fam. Night-night! Slaughter feel good. It's back. See you tomorrow.